It's time for Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network. Pointers Hockey is brought to you by Century World, Skyward, U.S. Bank, Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin Robbins, BSN Sports, Festival Foods, Taco Bell, TDS, Cousin Subs, the Wisconsin Army National Guard, People's State Bank, Monks and Plover, Marshall Clinic Health System, Century School of Business and Economics, Hughes Service in Millador, also by Aero Global Corp, Goal Line Golf and Hockey, Wellston Properties, Pure Clean Restoration Professionals, McCain Foods, Dahl Auto, Mullins Way, Lendutis Motors, Northwind Solar, Brightline Investigations, Auto Select, Bone and Joint, The Rock and Roll Cafe, Fraternal CrossFit, Stevens Point Orthopedics, Thrivent, Firehouse Subs, Pizza Ranch, the Food and Farm Exploration Center, Team Sherrill Companies, Home to Sweets, and Aspirus Health. And good evening from KB Willett Arena in Stevens Point. Welcome to Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network. I'm Tom Weaver. Happy New Year. Joined once again by Sean McMahon. My friend, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Happy New Year. Pointers back at it here. Good to be back in the rink here. Fair to say, not the first half of the season the Pointers were looking for at 4-6-1. But you got to look at this weekend, a prime opportunity. Two quality opponents, Eau Claire here tonight, St. Norbert tomorrow. You could really use this as a springboard to get back in things.
You hit it right on the head, Tom. I think with the way the first half ended, and when the schedule first comes out, honestly, you look at this weekend and you're like, this is a perfect opportunity for the Pointers to springboard themselves into the second half. And again, this team has done that. Over the last 10 years, this is a weekend, that first weekend out of the blocks where the Pointers like to come out of the blocks fast. And now you compound that with getting swept by Eau Claire right before holiday break. This 3 points tonight is so huge. Like trying to keep the blue golds at an arm's distance where you can still try to pull them in for that number one seed. At this point in the season, you look at the big picture of things. It's all about the WIC.
Yep.
The Pointers are going to be able to use their non-conference games to get themselves going, build themselves up. But those conference games come the middle of January and the beginning of February are going to be so key.
Pointers hadn't lost back-to-back WIC games since 2012.
That's unbelievable.
It's been a long time, so you got to get it around and get things right here. You'll come. Chris Engelbert, still not in the lineup here. It's going to be a couple weeks. Sam Friette had his appendix out right before the holidays and still on the healing. He started skating again. That's a good sign, but your leading scorer still on the shelf here for the Pointers.
Tough news coming out of break. We thought maybe he had a shot to be ready for this weekend and really get the Pointers going, give them another offensive punch, but that's not the case. Good thing, like you said, he's skating, getting that stamina up, that hockey conditioning in him. You got to feel if he was that sick and still out of the lineup, he's trying to get himself back to 100% and being healthy at this point.
If you're Matt Lone of the Blue Golds, 7-4-1. I think they had a dynamite first half here, sitting in first place here. They look at coming in here tonight to really slam the door on the Pointers here to go 3-0 on the year.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that kind of like the special that the Pointers have been doing to the Blue Golds the last couple seasons? They really look at that, they have a chance to really slam the door on the Pointers. Don't let them off the mat and really have a chance to step on the Pointers' throat. And that makes this game even more bigger because that's exactly what Eau Claire wants to do. It will be a very key 3 points for them as well.
That it is. Pointers and Blue Golds 2026 underway here from Willett Arena. We'll come back and hear from the head coach of the Pointers, Tyler Krieger, when our pregame show rolls on here on the Pointers Sports Network. Want to get your degree and stay debt-free? With the Wisconsin Army National Guard, you can get paid to be a full-time student with their 100% tuition reimbursement program. You can join the Guard, be a part-time soldier, and earn a degree. Call Sergeant Nick Kenton at 920-889-1846 or visit nationalguard.com to learn more. The Wisconsin Army National Guard, a proud sponsor of Pointers Athletics. Just like a scorching slap shot straight into the net, TDS Fiber Internet is lightning fast, straight into your home. For over 55 years, people have relied on TDS to connect to what matters most. Today, they're delivering fiber internet to tech-hungry communities to help them thrive. Enjoy reliable streaming, gaming, and more, all from a proud sponsor of your Pointers. Learn more at tds.com. For over 50 years, Bone & Joint has been treating athletes of all ages across Wisconsin. don't have to be an MVP to receive all-star care. Call today to schedule an appointment at one of their clinics in Bedford, Merrill, Plover, or Wausau, or visit their walk-in for more urgent care. Bone & Joint offers complete orthopedic, sports medicine, pain management, spine, and podiatry services. Call Central Wisconsin's premier specialists or visit them online at bonejoint.net. Len Dudas.
Continue with our Pointer pregame show on the Pointer Sports Network. Pointer's back at it in the new year, hosting UW-Eau Claire at KB Willett Arena. As we get started in the new year, we talk with Pointer's head coach Tyler Krieger. Coach, holiday break for your fellas here. Finished up semester, all that fun stuff. Did you have a good holiday?
Yeah, we did. It felt a little bit shorter this year than typical with the way it lined up. It was 3 weeks ago we were playing a game. I think the year before we had 4 weeks in between, so good to get back at it, but good to get away for a little bit and take some much needed rest.
As you go through your approach to the time off here, do you take a look at some things and do a little more breakdown than you kind of do during the week, things like that, and really try to set up the 3 or 4 things here as you get back in it to really come and try to dial in on?
Yeah, you're trying to look at things from a different perspective in that time period, and trying to look for things to adjust, change, coming back from it. But a lot of it from us was, like I talked about, the intangible things. We're in every game. It's learning how to win different tight games, different scenarios, making those plays. We did a lot of good things, but a lot of it is just coming down to how we do things daily, and it's just our process has got to be a little bit better than it has been.
I think also, obviously, with some downtime, did you get out on the recruiting trail at all a little bit, and a lot of conversations with, trying to look at what the future holds?
Yeah, I mean, that never stops. It's a constant that continues to go. So, it's a continuing process.
All right, you fellas back to work here and come in with Eau Claire and St. Norbert here. You have to look at this weekend as an opportunity to really springboard you here for the start of 26.
Yeah, it's a good test for us. We've had success against teams that have been play a more passive style. We've struggled against the teams that have come at us hard. And, St. Norbert and Eau Claire, both teams that come hard with a 2-man forecheck. You got to make plays under pressure. Got to be ready to go. So it's a great test for us tonight. Can we get the puck up ice? Can we spend some more time in the offensive zone and take care of some pucks and get to our game?
As you went through it, finishing down the stretch, when you look to turn things around here, I guess, as you said, kind of didn't really finish the way you'd like to, I think is the best way to put it here. Is there anything better than just getting back at it this weekend here finally instead of sitting around here for a month?
Yeah, that's what I meant. It seemed like a shorter break than we've had in the past, which in our situation this year is nice, be able to get back on the horse. In the first half, we had 2 off weekends, in November. And now we come back and we're bang, bang, bang for the next 7 weeks. So, it's going to be a different groove for us, a little different vibe. We're going to have to adjust things a little bit, but we're going to need everybody at this point in time to get through this 7-week stretch for us. But it's at this point we want to be building ourselves to be a team that people don't want to play come February. When we got to continue the next 7 weeks just building our game, but no time to waste, and we got to start tonight.
A few new wrinkles you try to throw in too or something like that?
We're not there yet. To some extent, but we just gotta execute things at a better level. But it's a mindset of just that extra 5%, that extra killer mentality, just the way we do things. So we need something to springboard us in some way, shape, or form. But we're just gonna keep chipping away at it day by day.
2 wins against 2 quality opponents would be a good start here this weekend. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Pointers head coach Tyler Krieger. Stay tuned. Mark coming up on the Pointer Sports Network.
Len Dudas Motors is your trusted Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealership in Stevens Point. Check out their large selection of new and used vehicles, or come in for a test drive. Ask questions about your financing, browse their inventory, or schedule the service you need to keep your vehicle running for years to come. From the time you enter the showroom, you can expect to be treated like family each and every visit. Len Dudas Motors, 3305 Main Street, Stevens Point. Pointer's All-American Beer is here thanks to the Stevens Point Brewery. Pointer's All-American is a smooth, refreshing light beer brewed with 2-row malted barley, a select blend of hops, and a lot of passion for UWSP, with a portion of the proceeds supporting UWSP athletics. Get yours today at Pointers Home Games or visit the UWSP Athletics website for a list of local retailers. Pointers Athletics is a proud partner of the Safe Ride program with the Tavern League of Wisconsin. Please make it a point to drink responsibly.
All right, back here at Willett Arena. Both teams getting set to come out here. Stevens Point and Eau Claire. Sean, one other game tonight. Little early start in De Pere, where the Pointers will be tomorrow. St. Norbert, a 2-0 lead over Stout after one period. Should also mention a big non-conference matchup with second-ranked Aurora. Or is it second-ranked Adrian?
Second-ranked Adrian against fourth-ranked
Aurora. And it's the fourth-ranked Spartans on the road that beat Adrian 4-1 this afternoon.
That's a big old
They'll play another game. Sunday afternoon in Chicago. Again, that's a non-conference series.
It is.
So
Yep.
We'll stick through there. Pointer women this afternoon fall to St. Mary's 3-1. Danny Weiland, a goal for the Pointers, who snapped their goalless streak at 135 minutes and 17 seconds. Got outshot 49-9 on a rough going of it this afternoon for Ann Inman of the Pointers. They'll play tomorrow in Winona at 3 o'clock, and opportunity there to get back at it. Kind of like the Pointers, I think kind of just get back on the horse here and see how things go. We'll see. All right, here's our starting lineups tonight. First of all, for the Blue Golds of UW-Eau Claire, again, they come in first place in the WIAC at 5-1, 7-4-1 overall. The goaltender is Max Guchar, 6'1", and a senior out of Kimberly, Wisconsin. Start number 13 for him, 7-4-1. 2.24 in the goals against average, 9.15 in the save percentage, and much like Alex Proctor, he's done the heavy lifting all the way here for the Blue Golds. On defense, it's Trey Ganetz, 5'9", and a freshman out of Woodbury, Minnesota, and it's Carter Bradley, is 5'11", 180, and a sophomore out of St. Louis, Missouri. Up front, the centerman is Easton Inglis. 5'10", 195, and a sophomore out of Okotoks, Alberta, Canada. The right wing is Nolan Greer, 6'4", 225, and a sophomore out of Fond du Lac. And the left wing is Luke Lavery, 6'2", 198, and a freshman out of Nanaimo, British Columbia, Canada. Head coach of the Blue Golds is Matt Lone. And he is, let's see here, Matt Lone in his 19th season, 290 wins, 173 losses, and 36 ties. For the Pointers at UW Stevens Point, it's Alex Proctor, 6'2", 185, and a senior out of Allen, Texas. Game number 12, 4-6-1, 2.50 goals against average, and his save percentage is at 9.09. On defense, Aiden Mosier, 5'10", 185, and a sophomore out of Bismarck, North Dakota. Joe Manning, 5'9", 170, and a sophomore out of Stillwater, Minnesota. Up front, Gabe Randall is the centerman, 6'1", 190, and a freshman out of Hortonville, Wisconsin. Cam Markham, the 6'2", 190-pound freshman out of Houghton, Michigan, on the right wing. Bennett Kopel, 6 foot, 185, and a sophomore out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Tyler Krieger in his 9th season, 160, 47, and 19, 76, 16, and 9. In WIAC play. Rest of the Pointer lineup, Alex Johnson, centers Cody Pizarchuk and Nico Shimileski, Alec Hamady with Owen Dean and Sean Bunting, and it's Quentin Hill with Gino Colangelo and Matthew Schulmeister into the lineup tonight. Norris Eftimowski, Racingel Hintz, and Hunter O'Brien, the other 5 defensemen that'll dress here tonight with Aiden Mosier and Joe Manning. Ryan McGuire, Matthias Smith will back up Alex Proctor, and that is your lineup for the Pointers. We'll take another break, come back to the opening faceoff. Pointers and Blue Golds, opening faceoff coming up next here on the Pointers Sports Network. UWSP Athletics partners with BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. Pointers and BSN would like to thank all the coaches on and off the field. While BSN Sports is the best at equipping athletes, coaches are the best at equipping lives, and that's the real final score. Learn more at bsnsports.com.
Hey sports fans, if supportive teammates, a great culture, and an honest shot at advancement make for a win, then you'll be victorious when you join Skyward's award-winning team. You'll help put powerful data in the hands of school leaders who serve over 7 million students around the world. Innovation, collaboration, and fun are all a part of the Skyward culture. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at skyward.com/careers and join more than 275 Pointer alumni at Skyward.
UWSP Athletics would like to thank Century World, a valued sponsor of Pointers Athletics. Nestled in the heart of central Wisconsin, Century World is a great place to hold your next event. With breathtaking facilities coupled with a wide variety of packages and amenities to deliver an exceptional experience, and with an award-winning 18-hole golf course with rolling greens to the famous Flower Hole, Century World consistently ranks as one of the best destination golf courses in the nation. For more information, visit centuryworld.com.
While the Pointers bring the heat on the ice, McCain is bringing crispy golden fries to the dinner table. Score perfectly golden, perfectly delicious fries in the freezer aisle with McCain. When it's dinner time, you can count on McCain to deliver the fries the whole family will love just as much as their favorite team. A reminder that corporate sponsorship is a wonderful way to activate your brand among Pointer fans. For more information, contact Clark Eckhoff at 715-302-1504.
All right, back here at Willett Arena, we're set to go. Sean, better crowd than I expected here. I thought
Better
no
crowd.
students,
Yep.
and hard to believe that the far side pretty filled up. It's the,
And you know
it's the
what?
end that's a little empty. So a lot of Eau Claire folks here.
I was going to say that. A lot of Eau Claire folks coming over. Easy trip for them to cheer on their Blue Golds.
Yep,
And why not, right? Nothing else to do this weekend. Come out to the Willett.
that's true. All right, all-time series. Stevens Point leads 97-43-9. But are 2-5 in the last 7 games against the Blue Golds.
Yeah, the Pointers need to make some good decisions tonight.
Yep.
They did that for 40 minutes. And that's what you do. We get all on the results. But for 40 minutes in Eau Claire before the holiday break, the Pointers did a pretty darn good job of controlling pace and tempo of the hockey game.
All right, off the opening jaw, controlled by the Blue Golds. We are underway from Willett Arena. Luke Lavery will get it deep. Joe Manning around for Stevens Point up on the far side. Crunching there is Cam Markham. But the Blue Golds throw it back into the far corner. Easton Inglis after it. Throws it to the near side. And another big collision here. Bennett Copel shot rings through. Markham fighting for it to the far side. Chopped it out ahead. Here comes Gabe Randall into the right wing. Randall back the other way with Copel. Randall shot blocked there. He's forced wide to the far corner. Bud kept it going to Bennett Copel. He'll slide it out high. And it's skipped over the stick of Joe Manning. He's back to get it. Manning waits. And he'll feed it ahead. Here's Cody Pizarchuk out there. We'll get a whistle and a delayed offsides. Opening minute here is a little miscommunication there at the blue line, Sean, and a whistle and an offside.
Well, you know the boys are going to be ready, right? This is, like we talked about in the pregame show, this is all about start. This is all about getting on the board early and getting some good momentum and starting to build your game, in the next couple weeks towards conference play starting up in a few weeks' time, right?
Yep. All right. Scrum for it in the neutral zone near side. Alex Johnson, beautiful centering pass. Pizarchuk had his pocketbook. Shemileski back to Pizarchuk. Fires a shot, hit the post. Oh boy, I think Guchar got a piece of it, beat it low, and it hit off the outside of the far post.
Yeah, low glove. Pizarchuk absolutely beat Guchar. Got a tick of it with his glove and off the post.
Here's Adam Racigel in on the left wing. Walks through a defender, poke from behind. Alex Johnson trying to keep it alive. He'll throw it back toward the backside of the net. Trenton Heidi will get to it there for Eau Claire and comes bouncing out. Here's Eftimowski. He'll send it back in. Pointers will get a change here. Opening minute and a half from Willett Arena. Owen Dean, cross ice Eftimowski. He'll work it in wide around the board. Guchar takes a bounce out from the corner. Almost came right back in front of the net. Hamady poking for it on the far side. Blue Golds lift it up. Does it get into the roof? No, it doesn't. Cleared out. Here's Hamady again with it. Hamady tried to feed Sean Bunting with it. Owen Dean on the forecheck couldn't come away with it. Loose at center ice. Hamady. He'll fire it back in. Dean and Bunting cycle around to touch up. Guchar feeds it far side. Bunting in there. Eftimowski poking for it again. Here's Hamady around to the near side again. Owen Dean will try to cut it off on the near side. A big thump there, and the Blue Golds work it out through the neutral zone on the near side. Max Cronin carries it in near side. Eftimowski works it away from him. And half ball on the far side. Bunting a stick on it. Pointers will gain possession. Hamady charges out into the neutral zone. Fights his way to the red line. Dumps it deep. Pointers another crisp change here. Blue Golds on the breakout. Back the other way. It's Logan Gans. Far side. Shot fired. Wide of Alex Proctor. Hung up behind the net. Aiden Mosier in the far corner. A backhander ahead. Quentin Hill. Hill to center ice. Here's Matthew Schulmeister in there. And a big collision as Schulmeister and Connor Thompson collide. And then Quentin Hill lowers the boom in the far corner. Blue Golds lose control of the puck here, and Pointers get it, send it back in. Quentin Hill, another hit. Tried to backhand it in, but picked up by Connor Thompson. Pretty good pace here for two teams coming out of the break here in the first almost 3 minutes here. Here's Gino Colangelo in for Stevens Point on the far side. A backhander behind the net. played there. Colangelo.
Penalty coming up on the
And
Blue Goals.
Schulmeister after it. Now we get a collision in the near corner. And Sean, prime opportunity here. 16:58 to go in the first. Pointers head to the power play.
Good speed by the Pointers of the forecheck. Took down the Pointers forward, so off to the power play they go for the Pointers tonight. They are 6 of 35 in the first half, 17.1%, fifth in the WISC, 56th overall in the country, and they're 1 for 6 versus Eau Claire so far this year. Off to the power play for Stevens Point.
Off the face-off, Hunter O'Brien. He's got a power play goal, at least now turned it over, though. And the Blue Golds with it. Cade Peterson, nothing fancy. I think he had visions of going, but then when he realized he couldn't, just flipped it the length of the ice. All right, here is Owen Dean, throws it in, intercepted again, dumped back down in. Tyler Hersberg will be the forechecker here, working hard up top. And Hunter O'Brien right through Main Street here, goes to the right wing, in is Owen Dean. Dean around near side to Alex Johnson. It is Max Rojo off. Pizarchuk feeds it far side. Owen Dean with a shot. That's deflected, and it goes up into the netting. And we'll get a whistle here as it goes up and out of play. Deflected by the Blue Golds, so the draw should stay in the Pointer offensive end with 1:20 remaining in the power play.
Yeah, penalty kill numbers for Eau Claire in the first half, 35 of 41, 85.3%. That's third in the WIC, 30th overall in the country for the PK for the Blue Golds.
False start here in the faceoff. Now the Pointers win it. O'Brien from the point again, trying to get free. One-timer Pizarchuk. Good shot block there by the Blue Golds' Carter Green. Pointers will reset. Dean reaching for it on the far side with Johnson. Taken away from him. Blue Golds try to lift it up in the air. Shemolevsky with the backhander. Nifty job along the blue line. Holds the zone. He'll charge in. Shemolevsky firing a shot. That's deflected wide. Johnson to the rebound to Dean in the far corner. Back to Alex Johnson, or Shemolevsky tried to get a shot off but couldn't. They'll play the body, and Dean able to come away with it. He stood up on the far side. Eau Claire, 2 players in hard. Pointers at the point. O'Brien, 45 to go on the power play. Shot, pad, save, rebound. Blocker to side by Guchar. Out high O'Brien, near side again. They'll reset, 35 to go on the power play. Shemolevsky, near side Dean. He'll wait, comes down low. Pizarchuk comes in, tried to feather it in front, lost the handle on it. Now he'll go back half wall on the near side. Pointers will reset here. Owen Dean to Pizarchuk. He'll walk in. Pizarchuk coming, goes behind the net, sets up in front. Can they get it back through him? No. Hunter O'Brien now far side. To Shemolevsky along the wall to O'Brien at the point. He'll go deep, coming down in on the back door. Can't get a shot off, and then had a stick tied. I'm not sure what we're waiting for here, Sean, but got to get the puck on net.
Exactly. Looking for a backdoor play. That first power play unit, interesting. Coach Krieger electing to go with 4 forwards on that unit and kind of just swapping in and out up at the point with Hunter O'Brien.
Yep. All right, back to even strength. Puck behind the net and chopping in front of it. Bennett Kopel after it here. Blue Golds look to work it loose here off the far wall. Ooh, hit the linesman. That helps Stevens point out. Stays in the zone. Ducking under on the far side, Gabe Randall to get it. Randall, Markham out there. Eftimovsky, they bounce it around him. Here is Blake Norris hustling with Leo Bacala. Bacala with speed to burn, wins the foot race there, centers it through, coming in, shot and a goal. Oh, beautiful setup there. Carter Bradley, after Leo Bacala won the foot race to the far corner, untracked up the middle. Carter Bradley drills it, 1-0 Eau Claire.
Yeah, and that was textbook, Tommy, as Carter is Leo Bacala. We've seen all season in the 4 years he's played here at Eau Claire. Takes the puck deep, won a 50-50 puck battle, got the puck down below the goal line, and then just waited for Bradley to come all alone in the slot, upper shelf on the blocker side against Proctor, and it's 1-0 Eau Claire.
All right, so first shot across the bow to the Blue Golds. They'll charge back in again. Lavery in on the far side. Long range shot in, and Alex Proctor. And now it's Adam Racigel in tied up as some stick work there. And we will see. Carter Bradley is, second of the year? Let me look here. Yep, second of the year for Carter Bradley from Leo Bacala at 5:35. Alex Proctor, I think, had thoughts of playing that puck, Sean, and then went to cover it, and then the Blue Golds got a stick in there that Racigel took exception to. Cooler heads prevail. Long range shot, that's deflected. Pad save made by Proctor. Puck rolling out high. Pointers clear it to the far boards. Trey Ganetz will chase it down there. Ryan Hinson dependent up on the far side. Quentin Hill able to squirt it out with the backhand to center ice. Blue Golds feather it back in. They were offsides in the play, had to touch up. Now here's Ryan Hintz. Hintz through to the middle, through Colangelo, but it's tipped, so onside. Pointers give chase here. Colangelo finishing a check, but can't come away with it. Back the other way from Eau Claire. Easton Inglis. Hamady ends up with it. He'll cycle back in his own end. Mosier, long outlet pass ahead. That's read by the Blue Golds. They try to come back to Wyatt Carlson on a little give and go. Pointers cleared ahead. They got some numbers here if they move. Here is Owen Dean. A bouncing puck. He couldn't get it cleanly. Now dumps it into the far side. Hamady chasing it down. Hamady tried to bump it loose, and he'll go in the near corner with Owen Dean. Hamady, now Sean Bunting over to the far side, and it comes out. Joe Manning poking that one free, and the Pointers pound it back in. 7 minutes into the first period here. It's a 1-0 lead for Eau Claire. First minutes of 2026 in the WIAC. Bouncing around, puck in the neutral zone. Out high, Galinchin. Around Pizarchuk, in on Proctor, and he's going to cover it and get a whistle. As we'll get a face-off in. Sean, only one game tomorrow besides the Pointers. So Eau Claire, this is their only game of the weekend.
Correct. Yep.
Stout will play at River Falls tomorrow night in a conference game as well. And let's see, 4-2, St. Norbert leading Stout in that game midway through the second period. That was a 6 o'clock start. Pointers win the draw, dump it down. Danny Reese after it. Johnson pushes it back up the wall in the near side. He'll poke in, now lift it up high. Bouncing puck comes, Dane Hoyard back. Oh, another wide open back door, but it's out of the reach of Logan Gans. Pointers dodge a bullet there. Shemilevsky now intercepts. Shemilevsky puts the brakes on. He gets thumped. Waits for help to come from behind. Eftimowski chips it ahead. Shemilevsky back with it again. He'll go to Pizarchuk. He'll send it off the shin of a defender and in. Blue Golds look to clear it back out. Gabe Randall hustling but couldn't hold the line. Eftimowski back in his own end. They'll saucer it ahead. Pizarchuk tried to kind of chop it down out of midair and kill it, but it squirted through. Comes back out. Pointers dump it back in, but they're offsides again. 11:50 to go here in the first. Blue Golds, long outlet pass ahead. Cade Peterson's on the wrong side of the blue line here, so this will be a whistle and an icing call with 11:41 to go here in period number one. And Sean, so far two teams, kind of coming out of the break here. Good pace to this.
Good pace, really good pace. Good physicality on both ends. Eau Claire, I believe, scoring on their first or second shot of the game overall. So they're off and running, and now it's time for the Pointers to get back to their offensive game here that we saw in the first couple minutes of the game.
Face off to the left side of Max Guchar. Out to the point, Hunter O'Brien. Takes a shot off the end board. Backhanded chance up in the air over the top of the net. Gabe Randall got a handle on that. He's hauled down in the far corner. And now another player hauled down to the pileup behind the net. That's Cam Markham trying to struggle his way back to his feet. Able to get there. Far side, Carter Green now up and ahead. Long outlet pass ahead. This will go wide of Alex Proctor and another icing call.
And it starts there, Tom.
Yep.
This is extended chip time here for Eau Claire as they've iced the puck twice in a row. Pointers able to get a fresh line out. And you win a face-off, you get the puck deep, you start wearing on these forwards and these defensemen for Eau Claire. Long shift here for the Blue Gold. Stevens Point opportunity offensively.
All right, off the face-off, up the far wall it goes. Pointers intercept that and dump it back in. Racigel near side, he'll wait. Now he'll loop it into the far side, giving chase Schulmeister. Colangelo, Quentin Hill. Hill finishes off a strong check. Tries to force it free in the near corner and does. Colangelo. But Trey Ganetz gets there first around. Stepping in there is Joe Manning on a nice read there in front of the net. Another Pointer taken down. Here's the Blue Golds back the other way on a mini break a little bit, but Manning hustling back on the back check to cut off Cade Peterson from any further damage. Here's Racigel in the near corner. He's freight trained on the near side. Got the puck loose. Blue Golds dig it out. Circling with it. Shot fired. Pad save. Huge rebound to Ganetz out high. He'll fire a shot. Shot blocked there by Schulmeister. And comes all the way back out. Got to rise out of the Pointer bench here. Blue Golds in on side. Nolan Greer far side. He had a couple of goals against the Pointers. And that prior now, a stray shot here. Proctor will calmed down, and Owen Dean with it now. Slides it, Joe Manning trying to kick it to his forehand, lost the handle on it. He took an elbow up high, but got the puck deep. Goes behind the net, Bunting chasing after it, turnover force, spinning shot here after Tomaski. Looks to center, instead veers off at the half wall far side, switch places, looks to go deep with it, tried to get it to Hamady, but that's intercepted. Now Alec with it, kicked loose by the Blue Golds, Luke Lavery, but the Pointers hold it in. Bunting behind the net, Sean Bunting looks to throw it out in front, does, shot push, that goes wide as Owen Dean tried to get some muster on that. Mosier is crushed on the near side here, right down below us. Took a rough ride. 9:23 to go here in the first. 1-0 Eau Claire. Pass at center ice is deflected there by Alex Johnson. Pizarchuk to it on the far side. He's stood up, shoves it toward Bunting. Glove down by Pizarchuk again. Boy, it looked like he closed the hand on the puck, but they'll say no. Play on. Johnson leaves it back. Pizarchuk with a shot off the face mask of Guchar. Rebound to the near side. Johnson out high. It is Blake Norris. A pinballing puck here is deflected. Carson Strappin out there. Strappin ahead for Wyatt Carlson. Tried to walk through. Pointers clear it out. Blue Golds retain possession of the puck. Sean Carson Strappin, the nephew of former Pointer Mark Strappin. And I believe I've seen a couple of his kids playing around here, and the MIC as well. Far side, chipped around. Still loose. Johnson wheeling for it, tried to push it ahead to Pizarchuk, but it's Logan Gans with it. Gans around, picked up by Johnson. Pointers at the end of a long shift here. And Shemileski with a shot. Now another shot fired. That's wired over the top of the cage here. Logan Gans, a good chance there. A huge hit on the far side on Hoyard. Here's Shemileski back the other way. Shemileski tied up from behind, had it poked away, but worked it through a couple of defenders. Eau Claire in transition back the other way with Max Rojo. Rojo to the red line and then gives a two-hander to Gabe Randall. Near side, here's Randall back the other way. He weaves his way through onto the left wing. Randall picks up speed, coming, fires a shot. Rebound is there, cleared out by the Blue Golds. This will go down the length of the ice and should be icing against the Blue Golds. Yep. And it is 7:49 to go in the first. We won't get the media timeout here because the icing call.
And that's what Max is going to do from time to time, Tom. He'll give up that juicy rebound. Nice job of the Pointers to a couple physical plays to get up through the neutral zone, get some offense going, and then get a good shot on Max Guchar, and you force another icing here by the Blue Golds. Another long shift for the team in blue.
All right, but Blue Golds win the draw. Clear it out. Hoyard comes to it on the near side. O'Brien, Randall. Wide of him, here's Danny Reese with a shot. That's deflected, and that'll go up and out of play, and we'll get the media timeout. 7:32 to go in the first. 1-0 Eau Claire here on the Pointers Sports Network.
Pointers All-American beer is here thanks to the Stevens Point Brewery. Pointers All-American is a smooth, refreshing light beer brewed with two-row malted barley, a select blend of hops, and a lot of passion for UWSP, with a portion of the proceeds supporting UWSP athletics. Get yours today at Pointers home games or visit the UWSP Athletics website for a list of local retailers. Pointers Athletics is a proud partner of the Safe Ride program with the Tavern League of Wisconsin. Please make it a point to drink responsibly. Nothing beats the excitement of UW Stevens Point Athletics. Advance tickets for men's hockey and basketball are available online at tickets.uwsp.edu or by calling the University Information and Ticket Office at 715-346-4100. Game day tickets for all Pointers events go on sale at the door 1 hour prior to game time, with group pricing available with 48-hour advance purchase required. Get your seat in the dog pound today at tickets.uwsp.edu. All right, media timeout here at Willett Arena. Sean, things have tightened up at St. Norbert. Stout with 3 in the second. 4-3 now. 5 minutes to go in the second period. Cullen Diakawa on the power play. Most recently at 11:29.
This is a big weekend for the Blue Devils as well, Tom.
Yep.
Good weekend to show your stuff.
Off the glass, kicked at by Colangelo, couldn't hold. And it's Cade Peterson that goes cross ice to Trey Ganetz. Hunter O'Brien. Hintz. Near side. Backdoor coming in front. Oh boy, is
Too
Cade
fancy.
Peterson got too fancy.
Yep.
Now 2-on-2, Quentin Hill with Gino Colangelo. Now a nifty pass. Colangelo slips through, picked up, plucked out of midair here by the Blue Golds. Far side, Owen Dean can't hold it. He'll slide it back to Joe Manning. Manning back to his blue line. Off the near wall. Kind of caught the seam of the glass here. Went straight up in the air. Easton Inglis back the other way. Inglis veers off, reverses far corner, now chips it deep, penned up there by Hamady. Joe Manning in to help out here. Up the wall on the far side, and in stride, here comes Gabe Randall. He'll hit it to Bunting. Out of his reach, Bunting still sticking with it. Little two-man battle here that Bunting keeps the puck in. Racigel waiting for it to hold along the blue line on the near side. He's bumped. Bunting pulls it back. He'll come back into the neutral zone, cycles it back, flips a backhander into the far corner. 16-10 to go in the first. Here's Joe Manning, throws a shot, Guchar a save. Hamady lost his stick on his way to the front of the net, now gets it back. Here's Manning with a shot, Guchar another save. Side of the net, now it's Bunting getting pinballed around in front of the net here, and now a big hit by Hamady in the far corner, and the puck goes up into the netting and out of play.
Ooh, physical play on both sides. And, I do like the Pointers pushing back a little bit.
Huh?
At times you can, they rather, play the puck, make a play. When away from the play, you're seeing a little bit more stick work, playing that line a little bit more. Got to be hard to play against, right?
Shots 3-2 in favor of the Blue Golds. So actually now 4-3 in favor of the Pointers as they update after the latest stoppage. Johnson over to the near side. Norris up ahead. Long outlet pass ahead. Oh, Claire, more speed than they have had in the past, it seems like. They'll come around, bouncing, and side of the net. Pointers send two men hard into the near corner now. But Logan Gans making life difficult here along another member of the Blue Golds. Now the Pointers out. Here's Cody Pizarchuk one-on-one. Pizarchuk fires a shot in. Guchar kicks that out to the near side. Pointers get to the rebound. Tried to slide it up to Ryan Hintz. Alex Johnson now into the near corner to Pizarchuk. Pizarchuk keeps it going with Nico Shemaleski. Shemaleski near side resets. He'll get it out high. Shemaleski fakes a shot. Now throws it far near face-off circle. Hit off the body of Ryan Hintz on the way out of the zone and stays in. Hintz chases after it here in the near side. Medic Kopel on a change here, charging in. Pointers getting a change here in their offensive end. Kopel steers it ahead into the near corner. Kopel waiting, and now here's Johnson coming off. Aftomoski will hold it in now. Blue Golds dig it out, and they'll carve it down the length of the ice. They'll feather it. Will it go far enough for icing? No, a spinning puck stops right at the line, so both teams finish a change here. Well, Sean, that's a good sign when you're changing in your own offensive end. Now penalty call coming up here against the Blue Golds as Gabe Randall taken down.
A little loose with their sticks tonight so far. Is that a tripping call on the Blue Golds?
Wyatt Carlson will go off.
Carlson will go to the box. So second power play of the night for the Pointers. Yeah, some pucks on net this time around. A little too passive against a passive penalty kill.
Second power play of the night. Sean, looks like the U.S. is in some trouble here
Big
in
time.
St. Paul.
Yep, big
down
time
3-2
trouble.
with about 6 minutes to go. 4:24 to go here in the first. Pointers to their second power play of the night. And the Blue Golds off the draw, lifted it down the length of the ice. So Carlson off for tripping. Here's Alex Johnson on the near side. Holds it off the far wall. A little miscommunication here, and kind of playing right into the Blue Golds' hands here as far as the forecheck goes. Now Hunter O'Brien going to take matters into his own hand, carries it through. Blue Golds flip it.
Get
Maybe
back
a short-handed break here. Galinchin chasing after it, but Owen Dean gets there first, pokes it to Hunter O'Brien. Galinchin. And now O'Brien puts the brakes on behind the net and gets it to Shemaleski. Head down. He's got regained control. He'll come through center ice. Shemaleski, far side, leaves it. Owen Dean along the blue line. Near side, Hunter O'Brien. Defender fell down. Dean feeds it far side. They'll come back through to the middle and can't get a shot off as they tried to slide it to Owen Dean here. And down the length of the ice it goes again. Minute remaining here on the second power play of the night for the Pointers, who have found tough sledding here on the power play. Quentin Hill Now through the neutral zone, he'll rifle a shot. Midsection save by Guchar with no rebound.
Got to do something.
Yep.
Nice job of using Danny Reese as a screen as well. Shot right through his legs up high. And, at least forced Guchar to make a save there. Swallowed it up into his midsection. Now Quentin Hill step in to take an offensive zone faceoff.
3:12 to go here in the first. Second power play of the night for the Pointers. 48 seconds remains on that. Near corner. Out to the point. Hintz holds it in with a backhander. Cam Markham near corner. Now back out high. Hintz along the blue line it comes. Here's Alec Hamady. He'll fake a shot, wiring a shot. Glove saved by Guchar.
Yep, riser right at the ear. Right at the ear, right over the shoulder. Good save. Guchar getting that glove up.
Fair to say, kind of the Blue Golds and Pointers flipping the tables from a year ago.
Oh, 100%.
Where the Blue Golds had a terrible start to the season and then got on a run and went to the NCAA tournament.
Right. Yes.
I
I believe last year at this time, the Pointers
beat the Blue Golds.
And we left them for dead.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, they're in the WIC championship game here and going to the NCAA tournament.
Yep. All right, 2:40 to go here. 20 seconds in the power play. Hintz to Hamady. Feeds it, far side, shot fired, rebound is there, blocked, and the Blue Golds clear it out. Defender down on the ice, I think that was Carter Bradley. He's shaking his knee off on the knee. I think took it right off the knee. Hintz, pass to Hamady on the right wing, 2 seconds to go in the power play. Hamady tried to stuff it back through to the middle, good stick here, gets it to Bunting. He'll flip it deep, it goes off. Hamady on the far side now, and now it comes to Ryan Hintz. Hintz runs into Quentin Hill, and Alec Hamady now restores order, far corner, but it's taken away by Easton Inglis. Inglis near side, leads the charge out for the Blue Golds. Inglis through across the red line, cuts to the right wing. Inglis around, trying to shove it in front, puts the brakes on, never got through on Proctor. Gabe Randall bangs it off the near board and out. Bennett Kopel around a defender, he's going to give chase. Gabe Randall in tow as well. Randall now to the far side, around it goes. Eftimowski pinches in on the far side to hold the zone. Minute 40 remaining here in the period. Randall, Pointers now far side. Now here's Blake Norris with a shot. Save made by Guchar. And Sean Max Guchar looks dialed in in the first 18 and a half minutes.
You don't think he's ready to go, Tom? Yeah. He's hauled the mail for this hockey team most of his career. A little hiccup last year in his junior season, but this guy is a senior goaltender, been through the wars. Yep. This team is the definition of a hard team to play against when it comes down to single elimination playoff hockey. Max is going to be hard goaltender to knock out of this thing.
Now a shot Kopel fires. That's blocked. Came right back to him. Couldn't get a backhander off. Eftimowski hammers it back in. Pointers touch up and give chase. Schulmeister after it. Far side along with Gabe Randall. Up the far boards. Here's Bacala. He's taken out nicely by Blake Norris. Cross ice to Shemilevsky. Shemilevsky floats it ahead. Gabe Randall with the backhander that rolls to Carter Bradley of the Blue Golds. They struggle with interception. Intercepted and back the other way. Eftimowski around a defender. Has Shemilevsky to the front of the net. Chips to him behind the net. Comes out in front. Comes through. Here's Aiden Mosier. Mosier waits. He'll fire a shot. That's blocked. Pinballing around. Turning. Now they'll go. Shot. Pizarchuk. And Guchar with a save. Where's the rebound? It's underneath them. Cody Pizarchuk in a sliding pad save made by Guchar, and then he smothered the rebound.
Yeah, far post said near post. Pizarchuk kept the puck along the ice. He had the upper half open, but a great sliding save by Max Guchar. And what we've always said about Max, if you don't get him early, you're probably not going to get him. Yeah. And he's getting out of this first period with a couple really good saves on the Pointers.
Right off the face-off, rattled around the boards. Pizarchuk finishes a check. But the Blue Golds clear it out, hammered ahead by Racigel on the near side. Shemilevsky in there as well. Aiden Mosier dials it ahead. Pizarchuk back to the middle. Alex Johnson with a nifty play with a skate to keep it going in the right direction. But Max Rojo took it away from him, slides it back to Danny Reese. Reese, cross ice to Heidi. Heidi around in the near corner. Center ice, Mosier pokes it ahead. Here's Bunting with it off the far wall, works it around a defender. Pizarchuk giving chase here, 15 to go in the period. Far corner, slid around. Blue Golds will hammer it out. This is going to go down the length of the ice. Not far enough for icing. 8 seconds to go. One last charge here for the Pointers. Racigal near side. Wraps it around, far boards, Pizarchuk. And a big hit at the buzzer there, and they will have some words here. And now a dust up in the far corner, and you just got to get out of here. Bunting and Pizarchuk in the far corner. Sean, that maybe is the Pointers' season in a microcosm here in the first 20 minutes.
Period? Oh, yeah.
You outshoot the Blue Golds 10-3, have good pace. Biggest mistake you make ends up in the back of your net.
Ends in the back of your net, and that was the Blue Gold's best shot by far of the game. Ends up in the back of your net, and you make one mistake, and the Blue Golds jumped all over it.
That they did. All right, joined now by Pointers assistant coach Joey Haydock, sporting a new suit here. Looking good.
Yeah,
wow.
This is a nice little Christmas present from Coach Krieger.
Coach Krieger takes care of his boys. That's right. Hey, you're down 1-0, but I thought you played pretty well in that first period.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a little. We got to pick up guys coming off the bench there. We just got to use our eyes when we're breaking pucks out and picking up guys when we're coming back into the zone. But yeah, I mean, I thought we had pretty good pressure in the O zone.
I thought good pace here for when you're banging off the rust coming out of break. You never know what you're going to get, but I thought you had good pace and good physical play.
Yeah, I agree. The intensity was good. It was there. Quick shifts to kind of start this first, and we had everyone rolling.
Struggles you're going through right now is confidence. The biggest thing right now. Just get confident, do the simple things, right? That's going to be the path out of here.
Exactly. Yeah, we've been telling them to keep it simple, especially through the neutral zone. We really wanted to, tone in on taking care of pucks in the neutral ice, and I thought we did a pretty good job of that there too.
All right, new little one at home. You survived your first Christmas?
We did. Yeah, she had a great time.
All right, perfect. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Pointers assistant coach Joey Haydock here as the Pointers trail Eau Claire after 20 minutes. By a score of 1-0. We'll come back to tell you about it here. Stevens Point trailing Eau Claire 1-0 on the Pointers Sports Network. U.S. Bank is proud to be your UW Stevens Point campus banking partner. Open a U.S. Bank Smartly checking account and show your Pointer spirit every time you use your U.S. Bank Visa Affinity debit card. Manage your money and take control of fees with a checking account for students. Learn more at usbank.com/UWSP or visit the UWSP branch office at the Dreyfus University Center. U.S. Bank, member FDIC. Brightline Investigations reminds everyone that firearm safety is everyone's responsibility. Any firearm not in use should be safely unloaded and secured. Brightline Investigations is a federal firearms licensee, NRA law enforcement, and USCCA certified instructor. Find out more at brightlineinvestigations.com. For all your professional firearms training and investigative needs, choose Brightline Investigations. Hughes Service is your local family-owned Ford dealer. For your next new or used vehicle or all your service needs, Hughes Service has you covered. If you're looking to lease or finance your next Ford, Hughes Service has competitive lease specials and financing options on new Ford vehicles and an extensive collection of quality pre-owned and certified vehicles at affordable prices to suit your needs. Come see what your neighbors already know. You're always welcome at Hughes Service in Millador.
We look closely at all the data. We pore over test results. But what we see is you. We see what makes your smile widen and your eyes brighten. Even as we study breakthrough research and implement the most advanced technologies, what we see is how we can use it to serve you and your well-being. Healthcare is a lot of things, but the best care is human. Aspirus Health. What we see is you.
Want to stay in the game online with the Pointers? Visit the official UWSP Athletics website, athletics.uwsp.edu. The online home of the Pointers provides the ultimate fan experience across all devices. You'll find the latest Pointers news, rosters, schedules, results, links to live broadcasts, statistics, and other links to the social media pages of the Pointers, and much, much more. Your gateway to the Pointers Sports Network, athletics.uwsp.edu.
All right, back here at Willett Arena, Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon, our first intermission. The figure skaters rolling here. Pointers trailing Eau Claire here by a score of 1-0. Carter Bradley is second of the year from Leo Bacala at 5:35 of the first. Sean, quite simply, Bacala set that play up by winning the foot race to the far corner, and then the Pointers lost a track on Carter Bradley coming off the bench. He basically walked right down between the circles.
Yep.
Alex Proctor had no shot.
Yeah, no shot at it as he was all alone top of the slot. slammed it home, easy goal for Eau Claire.
Pointers end up out shooting the Bugles 10-3 in that first period. 0 for 2 on the power play, 4 of the shots coming via the power play, but Max Guchard, 10 first period saves. Alex Proctor credited with 2 saves, and it's Eau Claire winning 52.9% of the faceoffs in the first period. Sean, the other thing to look at here, let's see, Eau Claire, of their 9 shots, 3 of the 9 shots attempted, 3 of them blocked by defense. So we'll go there. Stevens Point attempting 17 shots total, and 4 of them blocked by the Blue Gold defense. So both teams making life difficult, getting in the way here, and just not a whole lot of overall offensive.
Well, there's not a lot of space.
Not a lot of space.
Every time you get the puck, you're gonna get a stick in the hands, or you're gonna get hit. Both teams doing a nice job at taking that time and space away. You can make a couple of adjustments and see what you did. You did a lot of good things in the first period. Able to get some pretty good shots on goal.
Let's see here. Joe Manning, Quentin Hill, and Cody Pizarchuk each credited with 2 shots on goal here in the first period for Eau Claire. When you only have 3 shots here, Sean, it's hard to distribute them out. Nolan Greer, Carter Bradley, and Max Dronin each with 1. So there you go.
Goodness.
So, but if you're Matt Lowen, you go back into the locker room here and say, fellas, that's a pretty good 20 minutes of weather in the storm, and you come away with the lead.
Yeah, 20 minutes is a great road period for Eau Claire. They know how hard it is to win in this building. They are prime example number 1 of how to do it. So
exactly.
good period by Eau Claire, and hopefully get the Pointers getting some offense here and get some more opportunities.
Get it going. Long way to go.
Yep.
That's for sure. All right, we'll take a break. We come back, we'll run down some of the other scores. First intermission rolling on from Willett Arena, 1-0 Eau Claire here on the Pointers Sports Network.
At Dahl Auto, every pre-owned vehicle goes through a 169-point inspection. They also include a 7-month, 7,000-mile limited warranty with every qualifying pre-owned vehicle. Find out more at Dahl Honda, 3700 North Point Drive, and Dahl Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Highway 10 East, Stevens Point. Rock and Roll Cafe is proud to be a part of the Stevens Point community and would like to thank everyone for all the support over the past 9 years. With high-quality food and a fun, inviting atmosphere, Rock and Roll Cafe features all-day breakfast and a Friday fish fry with convenient ordering for takeout and delivery. Rock and Roll Cafe, a little corner where everybody's welcome and treated like a rock star. Open Monday through Sunday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. at 2801 Stanley Street, Stevens Point. Support for Pointers Hockey is brought to you by Wellston Properties, a local real estate rental and investment company providing quality housing options for students, families, professionals, and everyone in between, especially hockey players. Also by Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin-Robbins, 617 Division Street in Stevens Point, and Marshall Clinic Health System, the official sports medicine provider of UW Stevens Point Athletics. Visit marshallclinic.org to learn more. More than just a grocery store, Festival Foods is a family-owned company that provides high-quality products and an exceptional guest experience. At Festival Foods, we believe our helpfulness shouldn't stop at our stores. That's why you'll find us in our communities doing our part in helping others to make a positive difference. Festival Foods is proud to partner with community organizations and all those who embody the community spirit of Wisconsin. Festival Foods, happy to help and a proud sponsor of UW Stevens Point Athletics. Pointers fans, stay connected to your favorite Pointers teams with the official mobile app of UW Stevens Point Athletics, presented by Skyward. Featuring real-time news alerts, schedules, and more, the new UWSP Athletics app is free. To download the app to your smartphone or tablet, visit the Apple Store or Google Play Store and search for UWSP Pointers Athletics. The official mobile app of UW Stevens Point Athletics, presented by Skyward.
All right, back here at Willett Arena, Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon, our first intermission. I was going to say second intermission. I guess it's my third intermission of today.
You've been doing some heavy lifting today,
If
bro.
you really score at home. Eau Claire with a 1-0 lead. Did you have a good holiday?
I did. It was nice to get away. I took some time off from the real job as well. So
never hurts.
Gold Judge Dougie Severite and I trekked down to Milwaukee to go see Bucky play. So that was nice at the Pfizer Forum. So
I understand they do
fun.
a nice job with that tournament.
They do a really nice job with that tournament. Looking forward to see who the field is next year, for sure.
I think the other thing that I read today is, this is the last year of the – next year is the last year of the first contract that they did for this thing.
Yep.
And I think from what I read is the consensus is that they may want to keep going with that tournament, but may look at shifting the date so that it doesn't collide with the World Juniors and all this other stuff. And
maybe Thanksgiving
whatever
weekend?
it might be, who knows, but we'll see. But that seems to be, and the other thought is there seems to be also a push to perhaps add another game to that with the Badger women. I think is another.
I'll tell. I was listening to our good friend Brian Posek. The night before, as they've just pumped in their play-by-play for the semifinal round, and he said there was like 7,800 for the Badgers Villanova men's basketball game, and the first night that the Badgers played hockey there, it was more than that. So they drew really well. The lower bowl was completely full, both the first night and Monday night and the championship night. It was a good tournament to be a part of.
And some bad news from St. Paul. Finland has just beat the United States at the World Juniors in overtime 4-3. Late goal from Riker Lee for the Pointers, for the USA to tie things up, but it is Finland that will move on here because you're in the knockout round here.
It's all over now.
No matter. So, boy, I can't imagine the pressure playing on your home soil, and we'll see. But
playing in Minnesota,
exactly.
absolutely.
So we'll see. Heck of an effort by the Finns, and they win it 4-3 in overtime. All right, 2 periods in the books from De Pere. St. Norbert holding a 4-3 lead over Stout, a game that St. Norbert led 2-0 after 1. 3 in the second, 5 total goals between the two teams here, Sean. So let's see. St. Norbert out shooting Stout 22-17. As let's see if we can get, looks like Sebastian Monaco gets the start in net, and Hunter Garvey, of course, for St. Norbert. So we'll go there. Stout 1 for 2 on the power play to get back in it, but 20 minutes to go, and they are all guns a-blazing in De Pere. And, oh, boy, 3-on-3, a sweet goal here by Finland to win it.
I didn't ask you how was Vegas?
Las Vegas was good.
You got
70 degrees on Christmas never stinks. So.
No, you're right about that.
Yes.
Did get caught in a snowstorm?
Got hung up in the travel on the way home, but, outside of that, it was good. Had a good time.
Awesome.
And, as you said, nice to get away. All right, other scores other than actually Stout now. Sean, in the first minute, 12 seconds into the third period, Jake McAlpine for Stout has scored to even things at 4 apiece. So there is that. Other non-conference, a lot of slate of good non-conference games out here. It's Augsburg after 20 minutes in Minneapolis leading Lake Forest 2-0. Concordia of Wisconsin leads Hamlin midway through the first period. A score of 3-0 there. Gustavus has put up 5 on Dubuque in the first period. Lair late in the first period at St. Peter. 5-1 there. Another intriguing matchup here, Sean. Trine on the road at St. John's, and it's the number 12 ranked Thunder with a 2-1 lead as they have converted on the power play late. Logan Firstino for the Thunder, 18:26 of the first period. 2. Let's see here to get Trine the lead here late in the first period. Actually, now at the end of the first period, at the end of the second period, I should say. Nope, I lied. 7 o'clock start there. So 20 minutes in the books, 2-1 Trine. And let's see, one final from earlier today. It was Aurora beating Adrian 4-1 in a non-conference game. They're playing a non-conference series here as they try to pick up some games there. So that is a 4-1 final earlier today. On the women's side of things, Pointer women fell to St. Mary's this afternoon, 3-1. Danny Weiland with her third goal of the season. Pointers outshot badly in that game, and as St. Mary's really buzzing. A game that was tied at 1 after 1 and took control in the second period here to get the win. They'll play tomorrow in Winona at 3 o'clock. Some other women's games today. Beloit beats Dubuque. They get their second win of the year for the Buccaneers, 6-2. St. Benedict at Superior, Concordia, Minnesota at River Falls. The first of a 2-game set here tonight. What is it, John? River Falls playing for the football championship Sunday.
Yes.
Sunday night.
Yes.
And what is it? Caleb Blaha, their quarterback, just won the Gagliardi Award, the equivalent of the Heisman Trophy for Division III. So they will do that.
Interesting to see that the only WIAC football game that we attended together was River Falls against Point. And there was a significant size advantage. And it's no surprise that River Falls is where they are in the NCAA tournament on the football side.
There you go. So, all right, basketball-wise, Sean, Pointers will open WIAC play tomorrow. The Pointer men are 10-1. They beat Lakeland at the Century Classic last Monday, so they'll play. They'll host Eau Claire tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Matt Hockett and the Pointer women. We got to get Coach Hockett to give some scheduling tips to Coach Krieger here.
Yes, we got to get to a game.
A trip to Daytona Beach for the Pointer women. They win both games. They're 11-0. They'll be at Eau Claire. They'll start the WIC tomorrow. And of course, he took that tournament to the NCAA tournament a year ago. We'll see how it is. We'll see when the new polls come out. I would think they got to get some love at 11-0 through your non-conference schedule. So that will happen again. Again, Eau Claire tomorrow, and then Wednesday, the men at Whitewater, the women home against Whitewater. So right into the deep end of the pool of the WIAC.
Let the grind begin.
For the round ballers to come through there. Let's just quickly touch here, Sean. Of course, tomorrow, Pointers will be at St. Norbert, and then next weekend on the road to Minnesota. St. Scholastica Friday night in Duluth, and then Augsburg on Saturday in Minneapolis.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting road trip. The MIAC is still sorting itself out. St. John's is in first place in the conference right now. The Pointers will see them in a couple weeks' time here at Willett Arena. But, I think at this point, when you look at the big picture of things like we like to start talking about here come this time of year, it's really these non-conference games, the next, besides tonight, the next 4 or 5 games are really get ready for your conference schedule and go down the stretch drive here in the what I love and you love, the no more travel partners. It is
That's
series
right. The final
down
time.
to the road.
Here we go. That's right. As you go. So St. Norbert tomorrow, the first of 3 on the road, and then the Pointers back home here the 16th and 17th to take on Hamlin and St. John's. Weekend of the 23rd, home and home with Stout. Friday night in Menominee, Saturday here at Willett Arena. Then 4 straight on the road, January 30th, 31st at River Falls, February 6th and 7th at Beloit. Those games in Janesville.
Yep.
And what we understand is a beautiful
brand new
arena,
rink,
the Woodman Center there, and then you'll close out against Superior here the 13th and 14th of February with a home series. And the other thing, Sean, to remember, new format for the WIAC tournament. 5 teams make the tournament. First Saturday, 5 at 4. The winner of that moves on. Single games the following weekend for semifinals and a single game championship with the automatic bid. So that is coming up here as well. We'll take one more final break, come back. We'll finally drop the puck here on the second period. That is coming up here in the Pointers Sports Network.
Right off I-39 in Plover, Monk's is the perfect sports bar and restaurant option just minutes away from UW-Stevens Point. Find yourself grabbing a drink and appetizer or two at Monk's Bar area or cozy into a huge booth in one of their dining areas. Monk's Plover features the same great fare and service standards as all of the Monk's Bar and Grill locations. Half-pound burgers, gourmet sandwiches and wraps, fresh salads, delicious macaroni and cheese dishes, all at Monk's, 1400 Commerce Place, Plover. See what's behind the glass with Aero Global. Operating in Canada and the United States since 1965, Aero delivers durable, custom-engineered solutions for transit, off-road, and fleet vehicles, always with a focus on quality and service. Aero honors its values to provide customers with best-in-class design expertise, product innovation, comprehensive product support, and custom-engineered solutions. Aero Global. Innovation driven by people. Northwind Solar is a work-owned cooperative building solar power and battery storage systems for homes and businesses across central Wisconsin. With over 100 years of collective experience in renewable energy, Northwind Solar offers free consultations and estimates with a 10-year labor warranty. For a free estimate, visit northwindre.com. Northwind Solar, Central Wisconsin's premier solar installer. Fuel up with Mullen's Whey. Simply pure and all-natural, Mullen's Whey protein isolates come in multiple delicious flavors. Learn more about the health nutrition benefits of whey protein isolates at mullenswhey.com. Your why, our way. Mullen's Whey. It's never too early to refine your vision for retirement. Financial advisors with Thrivent are here to help you create a strategy that reflects your priorities. Call Mike at 715-340-8054 to get started.
All right, ready to go here for the second period. And, you know, Sean, coaching is not an easy job, but
No, it is not.
you gotta be frustrated here when, you know, like I said, you actually played a pretty decent period here. Outshoot them handily, and, you know, but you gotta, you know, I think the prowess of the Pointers here is scoring has been a problem, and you gotta start finishing.
Yep.
And, you know, when you outshoot them 10-3, you got to bury a couple things here. All right, here we go. Off the opening draw, we are underway. Joe Manning races to the red line and backhands it in. Cam Markham around near side. Gabe Randall near side. Flips it back. Eau Claire regains control of the puck. Big hit on the far side as Bennett Kopel introduces himself to Nolan Greer on the far side, and then Kopel chips it back in. Near corner, Trey Gannett's after it. Eau Claire lost the handle on it. Here's Blake Norris. He'll wire a shot. Ooh, redirected. Nifty little redirect there by Kopel. Far corner, Gabe Randall. As comes out into the neutral zone, Norris turns the puck over. Shot fired, and big time blocker save there as Norris literally threw it right on the stick of Nolan Greer.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Opening minute here of the second period. Eau Claire a 1-0 lead. Yeah, a shot from the near boards. Alex Proctor with a glove save. He'll hang on.
That big physical play that Kopel had on Nolan Greer. We make a big deal of it because Nolan Greer is a sophomore that goes 6'4", 225.
Wow.
You know, so he's one of the bigger, younger Blue Golds you're going to have to keep an eye on throughout his career in Eau Claire. But Bennett Kopel never worried about backing down from a physical challenge like that.
That's true. Another shot through. Pad save.
Oh, what a save.
What a save by Alex Proctor.
Penalty
and
coming
a
up on
penalty
the
call
Pointers.
coming up here against the Pointers as they dig it free. Alex Proctor with a pad save, and then somehow I think got a blocker on the rebound.
Blocker stick.
Pointers with a freight train to the side of the net.
Yep. Blake Norris will go to the box.
And Eau Claire going to the power play.
Yep.
Actually, it's a tripping call is what they're going to say.
That's one that you got to take too, Tom. Otherwise, it's too rip. And the power play numbers for Eau Claire, get ready. 2 for 33 on the season, 6.1%. That is last in the WIC, 85th overall in the country. That's last, by the way. 0 for 7 against Stevens Point on the power play so far this year.
All right, off the face-off, almost poked out of the zone by Shemaleski. Now Shemaleski with it. He's got a 2-on-2 with Alex Johnson here. Shemaleski fires it deep. He's going to give chase. Guchar slows it down. Now with it, here's Max Rojo. Rojo ahead, 2-on-2. Now a 3-on-2 developing. Blue Gold's back near side. They walk in. Oh, beautiful stick tie up here from behind by Adam Racigal. Tied up the stick of Luke Lavery, and he couldn't get everything on it. Now they roll it out high. Bacala feeds it to the point far side. Max Rojo. Rojo into the corner, back to the point to Heidi. Near side, shot fired. That's off the glove of Proctor and goes wide, far corner, then off the glass and out. Pointers get it out. Blue Gold's got to touch up here. They'll cycle it back out. Minute 10 remaining on the first power play of the night for the Blue Golds. Weaving his way, Lavery, far side. Now brings it to the point to Heidi. Heidi back, far side. Hersberg in, shot fired. Proctor with a save, and he hangs on. And the Blue Golds steamrolling to the front of the net here, but Alex Proctor holds strong.
The penalty kill numbers for the Pointers on the season, 34-39, 87.1%. That's second overall in the WIC, 21st overall in the country for the penalty kill numbers through the first half for Stevens Point.
All right, face off to the left side of Alex Proctor. Face off to the left-hand side, ringed up, and that's a blocker save made by Proctor. Near side, 50 to go in the man advantage. First of the night for the Blue Golds. They go upstairs and miss the net, and the puck's going to roll all the way out of the zone. Pizarchuk chasing after it. Nolan Greer with it. Greer leaves it back. Defender falls down. Pizarchuk finishing a check there. And rolling his way through comes Logan Gans. Pizarchuk really coming after it hard on the forecheck here. Pizarchuk after it. They'll switch now. Here's Gans again up the near side. Gets around Pizarchuk. He'll get some speed and bring it up. Carmen firing a shot. Turned aside by Proctor. Good job by Quentin Hill to finish a check to prevent a rebound from getting tossed out in front of the net. Pizarchuk back with it. He's going to throw it down the length of the ice with a backhander. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Long range pass up here. Tipped in by the Blue Golds. Alex Proctor going to try to take matters into his own hand, but it's gloved down there by Logan Gans. Gans walking in right in front. They miss a wide open net. Oh my goodness, pulling it wide was Nolan Greer. They put the body on him at the last second and it pulled it wide. Now puck at center ice. We're back at 5-on-5. Here's Schulmeister. Sends it in. Schulmeister out there with Colangelo giving chase behind the net. They'll try to dig it free. Eau Claire quick in transition again off a stick. One handing it out of the zone there is Carter Green. And it goes up into the Eau Claire bench. 16:27 to go in the second. Pointers kill it off.
Cannot lose focus, Tom.
Yeah.
At the end of the penalty kill, Eau Claire coming in, transition, you leave Noah Greer all alone right in front of Alex Proctor, and he ripped it wide. He pulled it off the heel and wide of Proctor. Otherwise, it's 2-0.
And what do we have? Brett Galinchin.
Playing with a broken stick. Smashed in half by, I don't know if it was by bunting or not, but
Last time I checked, you can't do that.
Nope.
Pointers win the draw. Up the near side, Ryan Hintz shoves it. Hits off a skate, near side Bunting. Nifty job to stay on side, and he'll dump it in. Guchar steers it aside to Carter Green. Around, now bouncing puck again, gathered in by Racigal. He'll chip it deep. Alec Hamady to it. Hamady, a good shoulder.
Penalty coming up high.
And what do we have here? Hamady with an elbow.
Yep.
Is that what it's going to be?
The Pointer bench barking for a 5 up high in the head. It's going to be at the very least a minor.
Yeah. So good hustle there by Alec Hamady. And it's Carter Green that's going to go off. And it's a high sticking call is what they'll say. So back to the power play here, Sean. Third time tonight. I always say third time's a charm, right?
I hope so.
A lot of people say that, so why not? Sean, as I look around, a good crowd is filled.
This is a really good crowd for
no students. And let's see.
No band. It's great.
All right, Blue Golds win the draw. Stevens points so far, 4 of their 10 first period shots were on the power play. Alex Johnson, rink wide, Owen Dean brings it in near side. Dean leaves it, Pizarchuk back to Dean. Dean gets bumped. Around it goes. Hunter O'Brien will hustle and hold it in at the point. Feathers it up. Johnson now. Here is Shemaleski. Around to Owen Dean on the near side. All perimeter here so far for the Pointers. Now they'll come in, have Johnson open for a minute. Instead out high to Owen Dean. Slides it along the blue line to Hunter O'Brien. Back to Dean near side. They'll challenge him. O'Brien. Nifty job to work around a defender. Pizarchuk coming out. Back to Dean on the near side. Too strong. Dean will pick it up. Owen Dean, far corner now. Dean chipped at by a defender there. Eau Claire with it around. And here's Hunter O'Brien. Good body position here with the backhand to hold. Cody Shemaleski digs it free to Owen Dean. Back near side. Hunter O'Brien back with it. O'Brien, saucer pass. Here's Shemaleski, fakes it. Far side, Pizarchuk. Now Shemaleski, a one-timer. Gloved by Guchar, and he hangs on.
Pointers making it pretty easy on the penalty killers for Eau Claire. All perimeter, really looking for a good shot. Nice shot up high there by Shemaleski. But you got to move the puck. If you're going to do a stagnant power play like that, got to move it quicker. Don't let Eau Claire set up defensively. And especially Max Guchar, as he was able to glove that shot down and melt everything down.
51 seconds remaining on the power play. Ryan Hintz holds it at the point on the far side, then bodies it up, squirts it behind the net. Trey Ganetz will get there. He's going to lift it out, and he'll go down the length of the ice. Under 10 minutes to go at St. Norbert, still 4-4. All right, Stevens Point with 30 seconds to go on their third power play of the night. Sean Bunting tripped up on the play, but got the puck in. Everybody looking around here, and we'll say play on now near corner. They'll slide it through, side of the net. Here's Hamady. Not much going to the middle here. Bunting now tied up from behind. Hintz comes in to help out. Bunting going to come off. Rolling puck coming, Blue Gold's with it, and they will just lift it up, and they have killed it off. Pretty good kill there by the Blue Golds. Now Blake Norris slides it ahead. Here's Gabe Randall in behind, but Gino Colangelo a step off sides. We'll get a whistle. Not much going on the power play, Sean.
Nothing really.
A
lot of perimeter, a lot of pucks up high, above the face-off dots, and it was really making it pretty easy for Eau Claire to kill it off.
Yep.
When it's going to be simple, slow passing, you just kind of need to reposition yourself a little bit, and Max Guchar is able to see it the whole way. Nothing going.
All right, rimmed in again. Here's Matthew Schulmeister after it. Schulmeister in his 4th game of the year. A kid like him to pop one. That'll pump you up, huh? All right, here's Eau Claire in transition. They may have a 2-on-1 if they hustle through to the middle, but a good back check by the Pointers. Connor Thompson slows it down. And charging back the other way is Blake Norris. Colangelo, they lift it around him. Alex Proctor going to come out to play the puck away from one of the Blue Golds.
That's Bacala, Tom.
There's Bacala hustling again. Norris sets up again. Now here is Colangelo. Feeds it ahead. Pizarchuk in on the far side. Flipped it back through to the middle. Good job by the Pointers, but it's tipped away there by Bacala once again. Cleared out. Far side. Picked up by Luke Lavery. Lavery in. 2-on-1. Wide open in front. Oh, saucer through that misconnects. Pointers now in transition. Pizarchuk sweeps at it. Tries to get it ahead and does. Here's Shemilevsky in on the far side. Lost the handle on it. Shot glove save made by Guchar, and he hangs on. Well, you like getting the puck on the net, but right into the catching glove.
Yeah, and from a sharp angle too, Tom. Stout has just scored with 8:10 to go in the game to take the lead in Cornerstone against the Green Knights.
Fair to say the Blue Devils are green knighting the Green Knights.
Yeah.
Score in the first minute to tie a game and then take a lead in the third. And what do we have here? Net is knocked off as Bunting was tied up with Carter Bradley behind the play.
Yeah, a little cut the corner a little too sharp and knocked the net off its pegs. So we'll get it reset here and get a neutral zone face-off.
Sean had a good time on Wednesday. Went down. Former coach Evan Dixon with the Dubuque Fighting Saints got to call their game against Cedar Rapids, and Sam Graham, a former Pointer, is his assistant now. So the Pointer Fighting Saint connection continuing. That was a lot of fun.
It all comes back to Stevens Point.
That's right.
Everything.
High off the glass. Took the former Pointer captain, a fresh shipment of Pointer All-American beer.
Perfect.
Yeah, All-American beers. So. All right, here's Hamady coming in, a bouncing puck. Owen Dean swatting for it. Bunting cuts it up. Here's Dean. Swings it around. Joe Manning on the near side. Tied up. Manning digs it free. Bunting is hit, and here's the Blue Golds 3-on-1. Watch out here. Luke Lavery in. Lavery coming in back through the middle. Shot fired. Shot blocked there. Proctor with a save. Boy, I didn't see who on the back check here. Sean blocked the shot.
Joe Manning.
Joe Manning back to block the shot, and then it came in and a rebound trickled in, and Alex able to cover it up. 12:07 to go in the second. Still 1-0 Eau Claire.
Yeah, Alex, that shot block really made the save simple for Alex, as he's able to get to the far post real quick, cut down that angle, being aggressive as normal or usual.
Almost forget here, Sean. We got 3 big conference points on the line.
I know.
You know, just seems awkward. Shot fired. Another shot blocked. Back the other way. Here's Colangelo. Schulmeister. And Quentin Hill out there for the Pointers. Behind the net it goes. Gino working hard. Dane Hoyard picks his pocket and slides a pass up ahead. Broken up again. Hunter O'Brien with a nice hit here to disrupt that. Alex Proctor almost coughed it up. Hoyard reaching for it. Now the Pointers with it, stepping around. This is Racigal. He and Quentin Hill do a little dance. Pointers get the puck deep here. Near side, Hill crashing in there. Big hit on the near side, but the Blue Golds pump it out again. Might be a 3-on-2. Schulmeister back to help. Coming through, shot block, and that went wide. Bouncing puck to the near side. Blue Golds couldn't get a backhander away. Pointers cleared out to the neutral zone, but it's Danny Reese for the Blue Golds that slings it back in. Proctor puts the brakes on it. Hunter O'Brien far side. Now Race will go back to him. Blue Gold's 2 forecheckers hard now come in. Pointer Shemileski shoves it ahead. Here's Alex Johnson on the right wing. That's how you beat it. Gets the puck deep. Comes in near corner. Cade Peterson there. Blue Gold's far side. Now Shemileski. Shemileski looks to center. Pinching in. Hintz with a backhander to Shemileski again. Nico Shemileski shields the puck. Blue Golds with an alert stick here by Bakala. He's off and broken up again. Blue Golds are off sides. Now they'll charge in far side. Tyler Herzberg. Deeks comes in all alone. Shot. Oh boy. Lost it at the end. It should be 2-0 Eau Claire. 10:35 to go here. Blue Golds holding it at the point again. Long outlet pass. Pizarchuk lingering back here, but they couldn't hit him. They will flip it in off the glove of Alex Proctor. He'll slide it near side to Shemileski. Back behind the net, Ryan Hintz now. Hintz out, couple of strides, onto the left wing, Alex Johnson to the red line. He'll feed it in. It goes right to Carter Green, though. And the Blue Golds in transition here. Galinchin fires it behind the net. Around it goes near side. Blue Golds cut it off, try to hold the zone, but the Pointer is able to clear it out. Now bouncing puck up, held in, Gannett's at the point. Shot fired, another shot block up into the netting and out of play. 10:02 to go here in the second.
Safe to say, Tommy, that the Pointers are playing with fire here a little bit. They need to be more structurally sound in the neutral zone. You're pretty much letting Eau Claire come through with all the speed they want and the odd man rushes to boot. Just they're getting caught a little bit. You can see them pressing on the offensive end of the ice and not making good decisions, but in the offense, and it's burning them on the back end.
What do we
Is
have
that a penalty?
here?
Holding your hand on the puck on Gabe Randall. That's a penalty, automatic.
Face-off violation, right?
Yep, automatic.
And we will get the media timeout here with an even 10 minutes to go. Randall off for a face-off violation. Power play coming up here in the Pointer Sports Network.
Pointer's All-American beer is here thanks to the Stevens Point Brewery. Pointer's All-American is a smooth, refreshing light beer brewed with 2-row malted barley, a select blend of hops, and a lot of passion for UWSP, with a portion of the proceeds supporting UWSP athletics. Get yours today at Pointer's home games or visit the UWSP Athletics website for a list of local retailers. Pointer's Athletics is a proud partner of the Safe Ride program with the Tavern League of Wisconsin. Please make it a point to drink responsibly. Pointers fans, stay connected to your favorite Pointers teams with the official mobile app of UW Stevens Point Athletics, presented by Skyward. Featuring real-time news alerts, schedules, and more, the new UWSP Athletics app is free. To download the app to your smartphone or tablet, visit the Apple Store or Google Play Store and search for UWSP Pointers Athletics. The official mobile app of UW Stevens Point Athletics, presented by Skyward.
All right, back here at Willett Arena, Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon. Happy New Year to you. Gabe Randall is going to go off on, I'm not sure if it's a delay of game or
basically
face-off violation, whatever.
Basically, he played the puck with his hand.
Played the puck with his hand and as taking the face off. He can't do that.
Yep.
All right.
Safety thing.
Yep. Face off to the right side now of Alex Proctor. Second power play of the night for the Blue Golds. Loose in the near face-off circle. Norris around but not out. Kicked free. Eau Claire out high, far side. Luke Lavery. Wow, played with the body out high. Pointers can't get it through. One-timer. That whistles through. I don't know if Alex Proctor struggled to track that or what. Now chipped toward Mosier too far in the near side. 9.5 to go here in the second. Pointers dig it out to the neutral zone, and we'll get at least 2 fresh killers out there. And actually make it 3. Through the neutral zone, left wing comes Tyler Herzberg in. Tried to leave it. Shemileski pokes it away from him. Now they'll walk in and go behind the net.
Penalty coming up on Eau Claire, interference.
An interference call, all right? That's a terrible penalty.
It is an absolute.
In your offensive zone on the power play.
Right.
Wow.
In front of your offensive net. Matt Lone will not like that.
Max Rojo will go off, and we'll go 4-on-4.
That is the definition of bad penalty. So 4-on-4 here for 1:15, and then the Pointers will get off to their 4th power play of the night. Oh.
And interference is the call, and I think Brandon Schrader just gave the enough to the bench, I think. All right, face off to the right side of Max Guchar here. 4-on-4, Sean. You pop one 4-on-4, get a power play, and take the lead.
Love that idea. Get something in this building going.
Yeah. Not much to bark about. All right, here's Adam Racegol putting the brakes on it on the far side with a skate. Eau Claire digging it free, however, and get it to Easton Inglis. Inglis rink wide off the glove of Dane Hoyard on the far side, the former Spash Panther. Back at home here. Blue Gold's far side, 4-on-4 for another 50 seconds. Ryan Hintz will get to it. He'll wait. Draws a defender to him. Alex Johnson chops it around but can't hold. Carter Bradley, the goal scorer here for the Blue Golds. Bouncing puck now. Here's the Pointers. Alex Johnson ahead. Here's Racegol. Defender falls down. Racegol cuts through, tries to leave for a trailer, fires a shot in front, and it's deflected. Got to fire the puck on net here. Pulling it back now is Cade Peterson for the Blue Golds. 25 to go in the 4-on-4. 8:20 to go in the second. Owen Dean trying to track it down. He does, picks it up. Pizarchuk hustling. Ryan Hintz wins a foot race far side, and the Blue Golds get it and flip it into the neutral zone. Racegol back to get it. Now here's Owen Dean. Lost the handle on it, and that's going to allow the Blue Golds to Max Dronen. Now he's going to come off. Pointers on the power play here. 42 seconds of a power play for Stevens Point. Owen Dean in, off his stick, keeps it going. Blue Golds send it right back out. Pointers a little disheveled here on the change. Now they'll get it set up. 30 seconds to go. Here is Hunter O'Brien. O'Brien weaves his way back through the middle. He'll come, swept off his stick. Bunting hustling to it with O'Brien on the far side. Lost the handle on it. Eau Claire digs it free, and they will rocket it off the glass down the length of the ice. 7.5 to go in the second. Pointers trail by a goal here. 15 seconds remaining on their third power play of the night. Pizarchuk walks through. Pizarchuk coming off his stick, got it back, and then he's shoved into the near boards hard, but carries it into the near corner. Sticks up there is Owen Dean in to help out. Now Bunting with it. Blue Golds are back at even strength. Bunting digs it free, however. They come near side. They'll go back door. Unable to handle it is Quentin Hill. Oh, boy. Best chance that didn't exist, I guess you could say here. And now Eau Claire is going to shoot it the length of the ice, but it is Logan Gans hustling after it to prevent an icing call. Blue Golds are doing all the little things right now, Sean. Now they'll center it. Here's Bunting, kicks it free, back again. Here's Alex Johnson again, slides it ahead. Quentin Hill gets his way to the red line. He'll fire it in, hung up behind the net, side of the net. Blake Norris got a stick on it, but it's Easton Inglis. Inglis back. Oh boy, Cam Markham came flying through. Now here's a turnover, comes right in on Alex Proctor, and Kopel will clear out. 6.5 to go in the second. We'll get a face-off. Boy, Sean, shots 13-10 in favor of the Pointers. This is a grinder.
It is a grinder. Yes, only 3 shots on goal for the Pointers here in the second period.
It looks like about a minute and a half to go at St. Norbert here. Stout with a 5-4 lead still. And we're trying to see if we have. Nope, goaltender still in for the Green Knights. Off the draw. It deflects back into the Eau Claire end. Somebody's got to make something happen here. Then at Kopel trying to hammer it free at the end board. Blue Golds reverse it back to the far side toward Carter Green. And a long lead pass there, broken up nicely by Blake Norris, left there. But it's picked up by Luke Lavery. Lavery coming in, looks to fire a backhander. Save made, rebound loose. It got through, beat Proctor, hit the near post and came out. Pointers poke for it again, now dragging it through. Here's Bennett Kopel. Kopel coming in, trying to set up, whiffed on it, then got picked up by a defender. Cam Markham with it now. And what is it? He's without a stick is the problem for Kopel. Near side, poke free again. Cam Markham will fire it back in again. Pointers are off sides. Gabe Randall didn't realize it, so he's got to come back and touch up, and then allow the Blue Golds to reset up the breakout here with Rojo ahead. Intercepted. Joe Manning to Johnson, turned it over, and Eau Claire will backhand it in. Under 5.5 to go in the second. It is a 1-0 lead for Eau Claire. Here's Pizarchuk, 2-on-2 with Shemilevsky. Pizarchuk around a defender, got slowed down. He'll fire a shot off the outside of the net. Water bottle went flying, but it hit the outside of the net. Leo Bacala, 3 across for the Blue Golds, leave it on the near side out of the reach of Connor Thompson. Bacala behind the net, pressed there by Blake Norris. And Stevens Point, Joe Manning in to help out as well. Now it's Alex Johnson again. Pizarchuk behind the defense, coming in 2-on-1 with Shemilevsky. Pizarchuk, Shemilevsky's shot! Oh, what a save by Guchar with a pad! A kick save and a beauty by Max Guchar keeps the Pointers off the board. Here's Aiden Mosier walking in, fires a shot, pad save made, Hamady a shot. Pizarchuk jamming at the rebound, shot and a goal. No, they will wave it off.
Red
light
on.
never
Oh,
came
they call,
on.
is that
And a penalty shot. Did Eau Claire cover the puck in the crease?
That's
Brandon
Schrader.
Schrader holding up the cross-arm sign for a penalty shot.
How did that puck not go in after the mad scramble? Max Guchar with a 10-beller on Nico Shaboleski. How good was that save, Tom?
Yeah.
Stuck his leg out right at the last second, able to make the save, and then the man scramble after that.
Signal for the penalty shot, which leads me to believe that the Blue Golds covered the puck in the crease, and who could forget that?
Yeah, exactly. How does
Triple
it feel?
overtime in the minigame a year ago. The Blue Golds knocked out the Pointers. So 4:36 to go. Penalty shot coming. And they're going to say, and I think the question is who's going to take it.
Or do you get a choice in that if you want
No, I don't think so. It's a
straight penalty shot?
You cover the puck in the crease, it's a penalty shot.
And is
So we'll see.
it's someone that's got to be on the ice, right?
I think so. I think that may be what the discussion is of who's going to take it.
I was going to say it's got to
And
be
it's going to be
12,
Cody
right?
Pizarchuk that will take it.
Well,
All right, penalty shot coming here. They call it for delay of game is what the penalty is. So the Pointers awarded a penalty shot here. Cody Pizarchuk against Max Guchar. Pizarchuk circling around. Here's Pizarchuk, full steam, cuts to the far side. He'll make a move to the middle of the ice, coming in, firing a shot. Guchar with a save. Tried to go low, glove side, Sean, and Guchar. Man, that's a killer.
that's a killer. Tried to beat. It looked like he tried to get Max to open up the 5-hole a little bit too, and they tried to get him to just move a little bit. And Max Guchar did a great job of just holding strong and outweighting Pizarchuk. And now did Max Guchar get like maybe some snow or ice in his eyes? He's wiping that out. So
He'll dig back in.
does that count as an official penalty then, or
Yep.
okay? Not a power play.
Not a
though.
power play.
Okay.
Correct. Off the draw, Pointers can't convert, and the Blue Golds now back the other way. Cade Peterson in near side. Peterson dishes it in front. Shot save made by Proctor. That's a beauty on Bacala. Now behind the net it goes. 4:20 to go in the second. 1-0 Eau Claire. And now it's Alec Hamady lifting it out for the Pointers. Off the glove of one of the Blue Golds. That is Trenton Heide. And looks like Stout has added an empty netter. Claire carries it in. Bacala looks to tee it up. 4 minutes to go here in the second. 1-0. Here's the Eau Claire lead. Blue Golds to the far side. Walking around. Bunting holding it in front of him. They'll wire a shot through. That goes wide as Max Rojo teed that one up. Rojo gets to it. He'll accelerate up the far boards. Dumped it and left it right for Sean Bunting. Bunting back the other way with Owen Dean. Will wait for help. Bunting in. He'll wait. Drags it. Dean coming around. Can't get a shot up. Bunting a backhander. Blockered aside by Max Guchar. Adam Raysigal forces the play up here, and Quentin Hill back to get it. 3.5 to go in the second. I almost think, Sean, you've got to be back to level here. And heading to the third.
Be nice.
And a shot wired over the top of the cage by the Blue Golds. A big hit by Schulmeister on the far side, and then he does a nice job to clear the puck out toward Quentin Hill. Back again, Hunter O'Brien with it. Schulmeister carves it to the near side. He'll wait for it. Colangelo gets it deep. Guchar out to play it. Guchar gave it right to Quentin Hill, far corner. He'll bring it through and misses Hunter O'Brien. Back down the length of the ice it goes. Boy, oh boy, when it rains, it pours, huh? Now near side, and this should be a penalty against the Pointers.
It isn't.
Schulmeister, a cross check that broke his stick in half. Wraparound attempt coming through, jammed that side of the net. Easton Inglis cleared it off. They'll go. Another shot fired. Proctor with a save. Rebound is there, and he'll cover. 2:35 to go here in the second. And I think I think I just heard Matt Lowen give the "what the heck was that?" I mean, that is an all-world slash that snapped his stick in half. And
He's getting his 2 cents with Brandon Schrader.
My goodness.
That's for
All right,
sure.
final. Stout has beaten St. Norbert 6-4. Go figure.
Well, do you remember last year, St. Norbert opening weekend, traveled to Menominee? The Blue Devils got them over at the Finetti Center, and then came to Point. The Pointers got them, and then they never looked back. But they have a tendency to come out of the gates a little slow sometimes.
All right, Bennett Copel in now. Here's Cam Markham hustling in a big hit. And the Blue Gold, oh boy, we got some major league stick work going on here. Now right in front, Cam Markham trying to battle to come. Now it comes right in front, cleared out. Gabe Randall in the near side. 2:10 to go here. A big hit by the Blue Golds. Now a shot through traffic, blocker to side. And into the netting and out of play. We'll get a whistle. Boy, this Randall Copel Markham line bringing a physical presence here.
They're trying to get something going. You know, physically get a couple hits, get the boys going on the bench.
Sean, St. Norbert gives up 3 in the third to blow a 4-3 lead. My goodness.
At home.
At home.
Oy.
They didn't do that for like a century over there or something. You know?
You're right. Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
2:06 to go.
And in the big picture of things, I know there's a lot of hockey to be played.
Yeah.
St. Norbert firmly on the bubble right now.
That is some big NPI points for the Blue
Down the
Devils,
drain.
too. Now here's Alex Johnson, stands it up in the far corner. Pizarchuk in there. Shemilevsky grinding as well. All 3 forwards to the far side here for the Pointers, trying to free it up. Boy, Blue Gold's just mucking it up here. And Blake Norris left it. Nobody there. Now Shemilevsky recovering. Like the water bug that he is, weaving his way through. Pizarchuk behind the net, tried to center it back to Shemilevsky. Now he'll go in behind the net and try to dig it out with Cody Pizarchuk. However, Blue Golds hammer it ahead, back the other way. Connor Thompson, a pass off the far boards. Holds up, whistles a shot through, that goes wide. Minute 24 to go here in the second. A shot hit a body in front of the net. Wyatt Carlson with it now, dumps it behind. Trying to squirt free there is Connor Thompson. And it's Nico Shemilevsky poking it free on the far side. Pizarchuk hustling after it. Blue Golds misplay the puck a bit on the far side, but they poke it around Eftimovsky. Now they'll hammer it in off the near boards, and Pizarchuk is off sides on the play. With a minute to go here in the second period. Ryan Hintz will be Sean's guest coming up in our second intermission with our Pointer profile. Danny Reese ahead. Bouncing puck through Sean Bunting. Near side, Hamady. Now here's Owen Dean in. Walks around a defender, lost his balance. Tries to get it back. Hintz gloves it down, comes in. Hintz looking to dig it free to the front of the net. Now Bunting in there to help out on the near side as well. Still there, Owen Dean gloves it down. Picked up by Bacala. Dean hooks him. And no call. And a high stick. Pick one. So, around the boards on the far side. Bacala with it with 18 to go. Cade Peterson in. Bouncing puck wide of Proctor. Good job here by Blake Norris. Or Aiden Mosier, excuse me. Blue Golds hold it in near side. 7 seconds to go in the period. Pointers will try to eat it up in the near corner. Shot fired. Proctor a save, and he'll smother with 1.7 seconds to go.
And Bacala took 2 shots at Ryan Hintz, and Sean Bunting won't take that at all.
Yep.
And he comes in late. Cross checks, I think they both got him.
So Bacala matching cross-checking calls here. They'll go 4-on-4. Sean, you've only given up 13 shots on goal here tonight.
Why does the lead feel
like
it's
bizarro world?
Why does the lead feel like it's 4 instead of 1?
Yeah. All right, a little cross up here. 4-on-4 here. Off the face-off, Pointers flip it out, and that's it. 40 minutes in the books. Neither team able to dent the scoreboard, including the Pointers, Sean, on a penalty shot. Stopped by Max Guchar. But he's still in every bit of this game.
He's the story right now through 40 minutes, isn't he?
Yep.
So, absolutely. You got to come out here. You get 4-on-4 for a minute 58. Maybe that opens some things up here late in the beginning of the third period. But we'll see as Pointers continue on the offensive side to struggle.
Yep. That they do. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, get your recap, get you some other scores. Sean's Pointer Profile with the sophomore out of Rockford, Illinois, Ryan Hintz, coming up as well. Stevens Point trailing Eau Claire 1-0 after 2 here on the Pointers Sports Network.
Contemporary fitness is all about community, and people accomplish more when they work out together. Fraternal CrossFit offers group fitness, personal training, and 24/7 access. Schedule a no-sweat session today, which offers a zero-commitment consultation to help match your goals to the right programming. Fraternal CrossFit, 19 Park Ridge Drive in Stevens Point. Find out more at fraternalstevenspoint.com. Pointer's All-American beer is here thanks to the Stevens Point Brewery. Pointer's All-American is a smooth, refreshing light beer brewed with 2-row malted barley, a select blend of hops, and a lot of passion for UWSP, with a portion of the proceeds supporting UWSP athletics. Get yours today at Pointer's home games or visit the UWSP Athletics website for a list of local retailers. Pointer's Athletics is a proud partner of the Safe Ride program with the Tavern League of Wisconsin. Please make it a point to drink responsibly. Goal Line Golf and Hockey in Schofield is Wisconsin's premier source for all your golf, hockey, and skating needs. They treat every customer like the home team. Whether you're a beginner or a pro, see the experts at Goal Line and get fit for your next step on the ice or out on the links. Located at 1430 Grand Avenue in Schofield, Goal Line's been the place to score since 1984. Everyone at Goal Line says, Go Pointers! Puro Clean Restoration Professionals is your #1 source for all your cleaning and restoration needs. Water, fire, and mold, Puro Clean has technicians on call 24/7 to aid in your time of need. Puro Clean's cleaning division specializes in carpets, furniture, and duct cleaning. Call Puro Clean today for all your property needs. Puro Clean, your paramedics of property damage. Call 715-321-2526. People's State Bank is more than a place to bank. They're your neighbors, here to support your success. Located at 138 McDill Avenue in Stevens Point, People's is proud to champion local businesses, families, students, and dreams. Whether you're saving for tomorrow or making a big move today, they're here for you every step of the way. Enjoy access to experienced bankers, digital solutions, fraud prevention tools, and more. Learn more at bankpeoples.com. Member FDIC. At Papa John's Pizza, the secret to success is much like the secret to making a great pizza. The more you put into it, the more you get out of it. Whether it's signature sauce, toppings, original fresh dough, or even the box itself, Papa John's invests in ingredients to ensure the finest quality pizza. Call Papa John's at 715-972-1414 for delivery, or stop by Division Street for carryout to order your favorite pizza, breadsticks, or wings today. Papa John's, a proud sponsor of Pointer Athletics. At the UWSP Century School of Business and Economics, earning your Master's of Business Administration and Applied Leadership and Decision-Making is more than personal growth, it's a transformation. Through the MBA program, you'll develop emotional intelligence, strategic thinking, and practical leadership skills to guide teams, drive decisions, and create lasting impact. You'll also gain tools to influence regional development and help build thriving communities where transformation fuels economic advancement. Visit uwsp.edu/MBA to learn more. Want to stay in the game online with the Pointers? Visit the official UWSP Athletics website, athletics.uwsp.edu. The online home of the Pointers provides the ultimate fan experience across all devices. You'll find the latest Pointers news, rosters, schedules, results, links to live broadcasts, statistics, and other links to the social media pages of the Pointers, and much, much more. Your gateway to the Pointers Sports Network, athletics.uwsp.edu.
All right, back here at Willett Arena. Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon. Our second intermission. Eau Claire leading Stevens Point 1-0. Carter Bradley's goal way back when at 5:35 of the first from Leo Bacala is the game's only goal. And the Blue Golds with a 1-0 lead. Eau Claire outshooting Stevens Point 11-10 in that second period. So Stevens Point outshooting the Blue Golds 20-14. Stevens Point, Sean, if you look at a couple of things here, you miss a penalty shot. You're 0 for 4 in the power play with only five shots there. You want your special teams to make a difference.
Especially in these kind of one-off games, right, Tom? You want to really make sure that you make your opponent pay.
Yep.
And Pointers have kind of letting the Blue Golds off the hook when you really look back at the numbers here in the second period.
The Blue Golds have missed some wide open nets here, too.
It should be, honestly, it should be like 3 or 4.
Yeah,
exactly.
Who knows? But you'll see. All right, Alex Proctor, 11 second period saves with a game total of 13. Max Guchar, 10 for a game total of 20. And there is a minute 58 remaining at the 4-on-4 to begin the second period. Eau Claire winning now 55.6% of the faceoffs here tonight. And again, the big story of that second period, Max Guchar stopping Cody Pizarchuk on a penalty shot after the Blue Golds called for covering the puck in the crease, which is a penalty shot. Yeah, weird. Stevens Point, 29 total shots attempted, 6 blocked by the defense. So 20 shots on goal for the Blue Golds. They've attempted 35 shots here tonight, 9 of them blocked by defense. Pointers going to need some ice packs tomorrow. They've done a good job blocking the shots here. That is for sure. All right, other scores. It has gone final from De Pere. It is UW Stout with 3 in the third to beat St. Norbert by a score of 6-4. In Janesville, St. Scholastica and Beloit. That was an 8 o'clock start, so a late start there. The Buccaneers and the Saints, of course, Stevens Point will be in Duluth next Friday night. It is 1-1 after 20 minutes as the Buccaneers being outshot 14-7, but a 1-1 score there. Non-conference games, Augsburg leading Lake Forest 5-1. Concordia, Wisconsin leading Hamlin 3-0. It is Gustavus leading Dubuque in a defense optional special 7-4 near the end of the second period. And Sean St. John's, after trailing 2-1, has turned the tables on Trine, the 12th ranked team in the country, with 2 in the second. It is 3-2 St. John's after 40 minutes at the, actually they're playing that game at the Municipal Athletic Complex in St. Cloud, so that's where they go. Pointer women this afternoon fall to St. Mary's 3-1, and the Beloit women beat Dubuque 6-2. Here, Stevens Point trailing Eau Claire 1-0. 20 minutes here. Sean, you got out of the break here. You got no excuses here to come out and amp things up a little bit in the third period.
You got to get something going offensively.
Yeah.
It is a struggle being nice. I don't know. It just, this lead, instead of it just being 1-0, you kind of forget about it because it feels so much more. It feels like a 4-0 lead right now, and you really got to look to your veteran guys to do something,
get
right?
Somebody to get you going here. That's
do a big hit, something to get you going. Again, you get 4-on-4 here for a minute 58, so maybe that open ice will help out the Pointers offensively.
All right, we're going to take a break. We come back. Sean's Pointer profile with a sophomore from Rockford, Illinois, Ryan Hintz. Eau Claire, a 1-0 lead. Our second intermission rolls on here on the Pointer Sports Network.
Sure Tire and Service. Get your car done right. Big town savings with a small town smile. State-of-the-art Goodyear service keeps you going mile after mile. We're working to earn your trust. You can count on us. Sure Tire and Service. Get your car done right.
Pointers fans, stay connected to your favorite Pointers teams with the official mobile app of UW Stevens Point Athletics, presented by Skyward. Featuring real-time news alerts, schedules, and more, the new UWSP Athletics app is free. To download the app to your smartphone or tablet, visit the Apple Store or Google Play Store and search for UWSP Pointers Athletics. The official mobile app of UW Stevens Point Athletics, presented by Skyward.
We check your pulse. We examine your symptoms. But what we see is you. We see the promises of youth, the joys of growth, and the wisdom of experience. Throughout your entire life's journey, we are right here with you, alongside you, and ready to serve you and your family, helping you get the most out of a healthy life. Healthcare is a lot of things, but the best care is human. Aspirus Health. Passion for excellence. Compassion for people.
Cousins Subs is proud to support UW Stevens Point Athletics and the entire Stevens Point community. Stop by Cousins at 109 Division Street and enjoy made-to-order subs, fresh sides like mac and cheese or fries, and delicious shakes. Order online or on the Cousins app for delivery or pickup. And Don't forget to join the rewards program to earn points every time you order. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
And continuing with our Pointer hockey coverage here on the Pointer Sports Network, time to get back at our Pointer profiles here in the new year. And it's first up, Ryan Hitz from Rockford, Illinois, the sophomore defenseman. And let's first talk about you taking the time to talk with me, and I always appreciate that. But let's just kick it off and let's talk about your sophomore year individually. Got on the goal sheet. It seems like to me, and if I'm probably wrong because I always am, that your game's coming along and you're getting back to the Ryan Hitz that we saw your freshman year right before you hurt your wrist.
Right, yeah, I'm definitely getting my game back, and like you said, after my injury, I had a long off season, so it feels good to get back on the ice and kind of show everyone what I can do.
And we talked to Bennett last game before the holiday break, and just talking about getting back on the ice and getting back in the lineup, and how great does that feel to get yourself going, be a part, contribute with this hockey team. Recovering from injuries isn't just all physical; it's a mental game too, isn't it?
Right, yeah. Me and him were in a very similar situation, so I think that definitely helped just our mental set and just getting back. But yeah, I mean, it's really nice being able to help the team on the ice more than just off the ice. So yeah.
And we it's fun to hang out up in the press box, but we want to see you playing, right?
Right, yeah. It is fun up there, yeah.
We try to make it fun at least. Anyways, what you guys had about 2 weeks off, 2.5 weeks off, get home, see the family, everything. After the up and down part of the first half of the season, good to get away from the rink and recharge the batteries.
Yeah, definitely a good reset. Definitely looking for a better half here, so I think that break came at a really good time for us.
Got back to Rockford, right?
Yep, Rockford.
And got to see some friends and family. Christmas good to you?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Santa brought all the good gifts and everything.
Yes, definitely.
Oh, perfect. Well, let's have some fun because we talked too much hockey already. Favorite present?
Favorite present? I got a really nice quarter zip.
Quarter zip. Yeah. Okay, like a sweater?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you gotta look good for the ladies, of course. Dream foursome if you had one on the golf course.
Ooh, that's a really good. I feel like I need to come more prepared for this.
Yeah, no. Whatever comes in your head.
Honestly, I'd say my two brothers,
okay.
And then probably Tato here.
What I was gonna say, Tato in your dream foursome.
And then
that makes sense.
You too.
Oh, me too. Wow, that's really nice. I don't know about Tato. He shanks the ball a lot. But roommates, who are you living with this year?
Yeah, I live with Matthias Smith, Gabe Randall, Hunter Hastings, and then we also have a basketball player, Josh Booker.
Okay. That is a threesome and a half with those guys.
Yeah.
What does it take to live with a goaltender?
Ooh, yeah. A little bit extra for sure.
Yeah.
But no, he's a really good guy. People might make jokes about it, but he's a good guy.
Smitty's as good as it comes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Who's the best cook?
Best cook? I'm going to say me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your favorite dish then?
Man, maybe I shouldn't have said that. I don't make the best dishes, but it's very simple.
Yeah.
Maybe like some burritos. Maybe some type of burrito. Keep it simple, but
yeah. Coming from a guy that went to chef school and is a short order cook at his house for 2 young children, it doesn't matter. Keep it easy, keep it simple.
Right.
Like some days pancakes out of a box.
Hey,
you hit it out of the park. Yep. Messiest roommate.
I don't think we have one. We're all pretty good. Nothing's really stuck out to me.
All right, and then favorite thing to do off the ice at home together.
We love watching movies. That's kind of our thing right now. So I'm sure we're going to be watching a ton more next week.
The wrist, I'm assuming, is fine. Yeah, obviously you're back and playing. And getting yourselves back going, everything okay there?
Yeah, the wrist feels great. Definitely long recovery, but right now, I can't even tell the difference. So.
Now, what was one of your biggest takeaways from your freshman year? You played a lot and got a lot of great experience, but then after the season, had a chance to reflect and said, "Okay, I need to be better in X, Y, Z." What would a couple of those things be?
You mean like on the ice?
Yeah, on the ice. Yep.
I think just slowing down all around. I mean, I think sometimes I might have gotten amped up a little bit too much and didn't see as much as what I could have saw. But, having so far, I mean, it's already been a longer season since last year. And I've been able to kind of open up my brain a little bit to just the type of game I can play.
Is it one of those things where the game slows down the more you play it? And you guys can read plays a little bit better, especially playing the defensive side of the puck, right? You got to be able to read plays, move pucks quick, get them up to your forwards to make good plays, right?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, like you said, it definitely does slow down once you kind of just look at everything coming.
2026 New Year's resolution for Ryan Hintz.
Let's start winning. Let's get a win streak going. That's probably my resolution.
You guys have been back on the ice for about a week or so now, coming up here. What did you guys focus in on when you got back together as a group and started skating and getting things ratcheted up for the second half?
Yeah, we definitely just started simple. Didn't want to get stressed out too quickly here, but towards the end of the week here, we really started to focus on the game plan, and we know what we're capable of, and we're kind of just trying to stick to what we know how to do.
Obviously, the Eau Claire weekend at the end of the first half didn't go any way that the Pointers are used to or you guys want personally to go, which sets up a really, really big game tonight. 3 points is almost a must to keep yourselves in the thick of this thing and keeping Eau Claire at a point where you can grab them and pull them back a little bit. Give me a couple keys for tonight against a tough opponent. They're a good hockey team. They play fast, they're big, and they'll come after you, right?
Yeah, like I said, like our game plan that we know and that we know we can play, that's what we have to stick to. It's, like you said, they're a tough team. We haven't had success this year against them, but I think it's just simplifying our game, not doing too much, and just knowing what we have to do.
Pucks out quick, right?
Exactly.
Quick decisions, Get them up to those forwards and see what happens from there.
Yep, exactly.
And get a couple shots too, right? On the power play especially.
Yes.
Get you out there and get that big one-timer going.
Right.
No dusting the puck off, okay?
Yep.
And see? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, I wish you nothing but the best of your second half of the year here, and let's go make a run here and have a good weekend to start it off, and we'll talk to you down the road.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, that was Ryan Hintz, the sophomore defenseman from Rockford, Illinois. More Pointer hockey coming up on the Pointer Sports Network.
Pointer's All-American beer is here thanks to the Stevens Point Brewery. Pointer's All-American is a smooth, refreshing light beer brewed with 2-row malted barley, a select blend of hops, and a lot of passion for UWSP, with a portion of the proceeds supporting UWSP athletics. Get yours today at Pointer's home games or visit the UWSP Athletics website for a list of local retailers. Pointer's Athletics is a proud partner of the Safe Ride program with the Tavern League of Wisconsin. Please make it a point to drink responsibly. Want to get your degree and stay debt-free? With the Wisconsin Army National Guard, you can get paid to be a full-time student with their 100% tuition reimbursement program. You can join the Guard, be a part-time soldier, and earn a degree. Call Sergeant Nick Kenton at 920-889-1846 or visit nationalguard.com to learn more. Wisconsin Army National Guard, a proud sponsor of Pointers Athletics. Just like a scorching slap shot straight into the net, TDS Fiber Internet is lightning fast, straight into your home. For over 55 years, people have relied on TDS to connect to what matters most. Today, they're delivering fiber internet to tech-hungry communities to help them thrive. Enjoy reliable streaming, gaming, and more, all from a proud sponsor of your Pointers. Learn more at TDS.com. All right, back here at Willett Arena, Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon, set for period number 3. Got to get her going here.
Some offense would be nice.
Yep.
Oh boy, the criminal Ted Francis, right?
Yeah.
Your bro just won 50-50.
Glad somebody wins around here.
Good for him.
Damn straight.
He's buying.
All right. Keep it in the family. Off the draw, control by the Blue Golds. We're 4-on-4 for 1:50. I saw Teddy lurking up here with the sheet, so I knew somebody had to be close.
Something was up.
Who knows? All right, here's Eau Claire, a pass through. That's broken up. Saucer to the near side. Aiden Mosier back to get it here for Stevens Point.
Alex Johnson. Johnson carries it in far side, leaves it back. Manning spun around. Manning given a rough ride here. Shemilevsky comes back to get it in the neutral zone. Cross-checking calls to Sean Bunting and Leo Bacala near the end of the second period. Mosier in and now offsides. 19:16 to go here in the third. Leo Bacala's goal back.
Carter Bradley's
goal, set up by Leo Bacala, right?
Yes.
That was half right. All right, off the face-off, push wide to the far side. Ryan Hintz looking for the Sean McMahon Pointer profile bump with a strong play to keep it going. Far corner, now goes to the front of the net, trying to cycle it to him, still poked free. Hunter O'Brien has it, now shoves it, Hintz far side. 55 to go on the 4-on-4. Behind the net, Owen Dean reaching for it. Again, Stevens Point cycling out high, but Hunter O'Brien's got to come back out of the zone. Whistles back near side. O'Brien, far side, Owen Dean. Now the red line, here's Dean. Now he'll gather it in. Owen Dean rifles a shot. That's blockered aside by Max Guchar. As the Pointers with some healthy puck possession here. One chance so far. O'Brien now dumps it near side to Hintz. Back, Owen Dean. Hamady back covering the point on the near side. He'll get to it. Backhands it to hold it in. Now the Blue Golds are going to have a 2-on-1 back the other way. Tyler Hersberg up far side of the front of the net is Danny Reese. Reese with it in front of the net. Stick of Alex Proctor breaks that up. Now Hoyard scoops it far side for Hersberg. Hersberg taken away. 4 seconds remaining in the 4-on-4. Here's Alec Hamady. Hamady near side, back to even strength. Shot fired, through the legs of a defender, and that looked to cross up Guchar a bit, but he makes the save and hangs on.
Sneaky shot. Nice job of using Dane Hoyard as a screen there, Tom, as well. And a nice little shot on goal by Hamady, the sophomore forward for the Pointers.
Face off to the right side now of Quentin Hill. Or I should say Quentin Hill to take the face off to the right side of Max Guchar. Blue Golds able to charge it out. Rojo to the middle, poked away, and down on his belly. Max Dronin with a play to keep it in the zone. Now a shot fired that's blocked in front of the net. Near corner, Eftimovsky. Now Schulmeister ahead for Quentin Hill. Off the back of his stick. Pointers through the neutral zone, run some traffic here. Now they'll bring it in. Here's Schulmeister. Reverses back far side. Now we'll go behind the net. Slowed down here. And here's Blake Norris with it. Feeds it up the near side to Quentin Hill. Hill coming free. Firing a shot. Guchar a save. Rebound is there. Backhanded chance. Glove down by Hoyard on the near side. Hill look to bring it out. Instead dumps it the length of the ice. But not far enough for icing. Shots 21-15 in favor of the Pointers. But it's Eau Claire a 1-0 lead here with 16:55 to go. Now puck deflected off one of the Blue Golds. Guchar with a stick to it. Nico Shemilevsky hustling in there, trying to bump free right in front. Backhanded shot turned aside. Here's Carter Bradley back the other way. Shoves it right wing for Galinchin. Galinchin in. He'll wire a shot through. That goes wide. Eau Claire at the point far side. Now they go half wall into the far corner. Now back out. Pizarchuk reaching for it. Couldn't come up with it. They'll hold the zone, bumping it. Now around near side. Raysigal going to get there. Raysigal jams it ahead. Here's Shemilevsky. Dodges a bullet here and ahead. Here's Pizarchuk racing in with Johnson. Around near side. Raysigal will get to it. Adam Raysigal goes behind the net. Trey Ganetz picks it up there. Bunting reaching in. Blue Golds. A big pileup on the far side again, but an icing call against the Blue Golds as Ganetz and Bunting. Bunting all right here? I think so.
Yeah. Just a rough ride.
A little worse for wear, I guess. Face off to the left side of Max Guchar. 16:05 to go in the third. Face off goes to the far corner. Dean and Hamady try to work it free. Ridden off by Connor Thompson. Thompson up near side. Dean swats it away from him. Picked up now by Ganetz. Far side, hounded by Bunting, who takes it away from him. Pointers poke it near side. Now they come right back far side. Luke Lavery. Lavery in. He's undressed for the moment. Greer in to help him out. Walks in, shot, and a goal. Oh boy, Nolan Greer. That's just a hard work goal right there. Nolan Greer beats Alex Proctor. It's 2-0 Blue Golds.
Yeah, Greer just won a 50-50 puck. Pointers got kind of mixed up defensively and went with the odd man guy. Greer makes no doubt about it, right in front of Alex Proctor. Laser, glove side and low on Prox. 2-0 Eau Claire.
15:39 to go here, and the hole gets a little deeper for the Pointers. Randall wins the draw, back to Aiden Mosier. Hintz around Mosier. Long outlet pass ahead, goes off of Cam Markham. Proctor settles it down. Our side Hintz around, here's Cam Markham. Draws a defender in, takes a licking, but keeps it going toward Gabe Randall, but the Blue Golds intercept and bring it back in on side. Aiden Mosier behind the net, stood up, now Hintz. Shoves it for Markham on the far wall, out of the zone it goes. And stepping in to pick it, here's Gabe Randall. Randall accelerates, gets around a defender, ties it loose to Bennett Kopel. Kopel coming, shoves it. Here's Joe Manning with a shot, blocked by the Blue Golds. Far side Manning with a big hit. He'll go toward Randall behind the net again, side of the net, Schulmeister with it. Schulmeister centers it, and it ricochets off his skate and comes out of the zone. My goodness. O'Brien, far side, Joe Manning will chop it in, but Danny Reese slows that down. Manning holds it again, and back and forth they go here. This puck goes off of Logan Gans. Proctor to the far side, a shot right in front. Bacala bouncing puck, can't get a shot off. An alert stick here for the Pointers, but Tyler Hersberg now coming, shot fired. Proctor rebound is out. He'll scoop it back in and hang on.
That's a good aggressive save by Alex to get caught back in his crease, able to come out, make the save. Nice job of deflecting that puck down in front of him.
14:18 to go here in the third, and the Blue Golds a 2-0 lead. Aftomoski able to clear it out. Carter Green, long range shot, glove down by Proctor, and he's going to hold it with Dane Hoyard charging in after the rebound. So Nolan Greer from Luke Lavery at 4:21 is the second tally for the Blue Golds. 14:07 to go here in the third. All right, here's Adam Raysigal. Raysigal up high for Shemolevsky. He's going to try to win a foot race to the far corner. Has Johnson trailing. Shemolevsky picked up there. Carter Green after it, near side. Now here's Pizarchuk forcing a turnover, shoved in front toward the front of the net. Blue Golds clear it right back up. No icing. Raysigal back to get it. Hoyard in his back pocket. Raysigal just has to flip it ahead. Alex Johnson will get it with some space. They come in on him. Pizarchuk reaching for it on the near side. Off the near boards and out. Blue Golds back the other way. Logan Gans. Gans coming in. He'll come in. Shot save made by Proctor, and he covers. It just looks like the Blue Golds at times, Sean, find another gear.
Yeah, absolutely. And when the Pointers aren't on their game through the neutral zone, they're letting them come through with all the pace and speed they want. And it just makes it hard to defend once you get in the defensive side of your ice.
Out high it is. Trenton Heidi. Cross ice pass. Pointers intercept. Maybe a 3-on-2 here. Pass out of the reach of Owen Dean. Far side, can't hold it. Hamady scoops it in. Pointers touch up and give chase. 13:10 to go here in the third. Blake Norris sends it back in, and they're offsides again. Bunting reaching for it. Hintz slows it down at the red line of the far side. It is Blake Norris to Hamady. Alec Hamady with some space. Now he'll walk through. Hamady feeds it near side Blake Norris. Norris fires a shot. Guchara save. Stick save there. Side of the net picked up here by Trenton Heidi. Heidi going to flip it up in the air. Bunting tried to glove it down over his head. Hintz back to get it. Ryan Hintz behind the net. Ryan Hintz almost collides with Sean Bunting. Now the Pointers turn it over, but Finally trickle it out to the neutral zone. Now here's Cam Markham. Markham, a weak shot around the back of the net. Bennett Kopel steamrolling in there. Can't come away with it. Blue Gold's ahead. Bumped through the neutral zone. Taken down hard was Lavery. And the Pointers clear it back out. Red line. Another hit there. Near side it goes. Carter Bradley with it. Bradley. Long outlet pass ahead. This should be an icing call. Yep, against the Blue Golds it is. 12:09 to go here in the third. Pointers trail by a pair.
Yeah, face off back in the offensive end for Stevens Point. Come in here, nice job mucking things up in the neutral zone, slowing things down for Eau Claire. You forced an icing play.
Sean, looks like Beloit's gone up on St. Scholastica 2-1. How about that?
I'll tell you what, the Beloit College Buccaneers, they ain't going to take long for them. Oh, that just missed.
Shot wired off the face-off.
Guchar had no idea, Tom, and it was labeled for the upper half of the net.
Now up into the roof, we'll get a whistle.
Great face-off win, Tom, by Alex Johnson. Shumaleski was able to take that shot. Good save. Getting back to Beloit College, it's not going to take them long, Tom. They have the money, the resources, and the facility to get that team going in the right direction. Feels like new life for them, right?
Yeah, really.
If you're a Northland lumberjack, you go down there and you got a nice school to go to. And
shot off the draw is blocked again. Now here's Bacala off to the races. Bacala zips it near side. Herzberg pile up to the side of the net. Bacala to it again. Out high, can't hold it. Pizarchuk chasing after it. Now intercepted. Stick work there by Mosier, couldn't free it up. Eau Claire near side, they'll shove it ahead. Tyler Herzberg. Far side it goes, now side of the net. Watch out, and Hunter O'Brien comes away with it. He'll harpoon it ahead, chopped out there by Pizarchuk. Eau Claire finishing a change, long range shot in on Proctor. He'll leave it to Mosier. 11:15 to go in the third. Pointers trailing by a pair and have turned the puck over to Leo Bacala. Pizarchuk takes it away from him. Colangelo out there. He'll force it ahead up the far side. Off a stick. At the red line at center ice with speed. Here comes Logan Gans. Now here's Quentin Hill. Back the other way with Gino Colangelo. Hill fires a shot blocked. And nothing clean for the Pointers here offensively. Behind the net, here's Schulmeister banging in there, trying to free it up the far side. Eftemoski kicks it back up the far wall, but can't hold it. Schulmeister with a shoulder, comes back out. Pointers off the glass and back in. Guchar will stick it down. 10:35 to go here in the third. Big hit on the far side. And it's Eftemoski now off of him, and it comes out. He gets it back, shoves it to Joe Manning on the near side. Manning, near side, sent in. Quentin Hill gets it deep. Pointers need a change. Puck loose in the far corner. Colangelo will try to chase it down. Alec Hamady off the bench. He'll come to the near side. Blew a tire. Puck is stuck out high. Shot! Guchar with a save. Hamady with a second chance. Now throws it back in front of the net again. Alec Hamady trying to get it out high for a shot. Eftemoski, a shot blocked by the Blue Golds up into the netting and out of play. Another couple of chances here for the Pointers, but
nice job by Racickel to win a puck at the offensive blue line and able at least to force the issue. Got a good shot on goal. Guchar caught by surprise on that play. And get a little bit of a rebound, and then Alec Hamady goes to work behind the net. And then a busted play up top with Eftemoski and another good shot blocked by Eau Claire up into the netting. And they'll get a face-off here.
Long outlet pass ahead. Racickel hustling after it, but the Blue Golds force the play again. Comes out wide to the far side. Puck still loose. Racickel with a big hit on the far side on Brett Galinchin. Galinchin still around. Now here's Hintz giving a rough ride in the far corner. And a big-time pile up here as things get around. Bunting to the near side. Centering pass in front is broken up. Bunting trying to shake free from a defender. Winners can't get it out of their own end here. Wyatt Carlson spinning with it as they finish a change, and finally Ryan Hintz with it. He'll float it ahead toward Hamady. It's intercepted by the Blue Golds. Now back to Hintz again. Hintz behind his own net. Owen Dean now. He's going to lift it up. Nowhere going. Held in leaping by Luke Lavery, and Lavery feeds it far side right back in front. Nobody home. As Proctor steered that one aside. Hamady now in the far corner. He whiffs on it, gets it back, and goes behind the net. Well, the Blue Golds are showing the recipe here to stymie the Pointers, and it's 1 forechecker in hard that's controlling things. In it goes again. Now it's Bacala, side of the net. Big hit with Racigel. Far side, Blue Golds with it again. 8:45 to go in the third. Long range shot blocked there, but the Pointers still can't clear it out. Blocker to side by Proctor to the far corner. Bacala just spinning with it. The Blue Golds are changing at will here in their own offensive end. Far side, here comes Trenton Heidi. Leaves it back in. They're going to walk right in, fire a shot. Another shot block. Owen Dean hits off the referee. Far side, Bacala after it. Racigel now to it. Racigel shoves it ahead to Bunting on the near side. This group is out of gas for the Pointers here, too, just trying to get it out of their zone. Hintz finally hammers it around. They're going to ice it. Yep, they're going to wave off icing. This is a break for Stevens Point. 8 minutes to go here in the third. Long outlet pass ahead. Eftimowski back to get it in the far corner. Eftimowski ahead. Good job here through the neutral zone. Comes Cam Markham in on the near side. Markham flips a backhander. And it's Bennett Kopel after it. Bad angle shot. That goes up high over the top of the net. Near side. Centering again. Chip free. Here comes Cam Markham walking, trying to shove it in front of the net. He's got to shoot the puck. Now turns, fires a shot deflected. Backhand shot and a goal. Rebound goal in front of the net for the Pointers. It's Gabe Randall, his 4th of the year. 7.5 to go here in the third. The Pointers climb back in it.
Yeah, life here at Willett. Nice hard work by the Pointers. They're able to go low to high, get a good one-time shot. Guchar gave up the rebound. Gabe Randall, Johnny on the spot with the slam dunk goal. His 4th of the year, as you said, Tommy, and the Pointers cut the lead in half.
Looking down at Matt Lone here, and he's got that, what the game giveth, the game taketh away type look. Because, man, they had done everything just about perfectly. And let's see if this gives the Pointers some life. 7:25 to go, the freshman out of Hortonville. Far side, Blue Golds. Now they'll ice the puck here, and we'll get a whistle. 7:18 to go. So Gabe Randall from Cam Markham and Bennett Kopel. At 12:27 to go. Kind of thought we should have had the media timeout after the goal, but
I thought so too, Tom.
But now the icing call, so we'll see. 7:18 to go here in the third. Pointers on the board. Pizarchuk with a shot. Guchar makes the save. And now, just like that, we'll get the media timeout. 7:15 to go in the third. Eau Claire a 2-1 lead here on the Pointers Sports Network. Motors is your trusted Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealership in Stevens Point. Check out their large selection of new and used vehicles, or come in for a test drive. Ask questions about your financing, browse their inventory, or schedule the service you need to keep your vehicle running for years to come. From the time you enter the showroom, you can expect to be treated like family each and every visit. Len Dudas Motors, 3305 Main Street, Stevens Point. Nothing beats the excitement of UW Stevens Point athletics. Advanced tickets for men's hockey and basketball are available online at tickets.uwsp.edu or by calling the University Information and Ticket Office at 715-346-4100. Game day tickets for all Pointers events go on sale at the door 1 hour prior to game time, with group pricing available with 48-hour advance purchase required. Get your seat in the dog pound today at tickets.uwsp.edu. All right, 7:15 to go here in the third. Eau Claire a 2-1 lead. Pointers out shooting the Blue Golds 26-20. Gabe Randall at the 12:27 mark. 4th of the year. He's been
good.
Probably the biggest impact freshman that has come in here, right?
Him and Pizarchuk, yep.
Yep, Pizarchuk as well. Kind of like Chris Engelbert was a year ago.
Correct.
Right? All right, face off to the right side of Max Guchar. Johnson wins the draw. Almost walked in and took a shot. Now behind the net, they'll try to jam it in front, trying to get it to Eftimowski, cutting in. Watch out here, Pointers gamble, and it's a 4-on-1 back the other way for the Blue Golds. Coming in, firing a shot, Proctor with a save, rebound goal. Nolan Greer. Pointers gambled, Sean. Nolan Greer beats him again, and the 2-goal lead is back at 3-1.
Yep, as the Pointers went all in offensively,
after they won the face-off deep and flipped the puck out of the zone, and it was just an absolute train of Blue Golds going down through the neutral zone. The initial shot taken, and then Greer on the rebound. Alex Proctor, 0 chance. And it's 3-1 Eau Claire.
What an answer by the Blue Golds.
You could see it coming a mile away, too.
6:59. Joe Manning back to get it. Ahead. Markham fights it in the far side. Randall again. Randall over to the near corner. They jam it in front. Markham trying to get a shot of the puck stuck in the faceoff circle. Here's Aiden Mosier with it. Mosier trying to scramble to get a shot off. He's hounded by a defender. And that's Bacala all over him, and it's a 2-on-1 maybe back the other way. Bacala with it out high, has a cutter in front of the net, can't hit him. He'll pull up now, throws it back through. Here's Joe Manning leading the charge out for Stevens Point. Has Markham behind him. Markham going to bring it in, and a whistle and an offsides, and then Markham shot the puck after the whistle.
It was a late whistle,
Yeah.
but you still can't do
Never
that.
like that.
No.
6:21 to go here in the third.
I think
Nolan Greer from Trenton Heidi at 13:01 is the Blue Gold goal. What did Nolan Greer, the Friday night game?
Yep. He
Had a
two
couple of goals here.
A couple of goals and an assist in that Friday night game.
So
Lavery's had a big season series against the Pointers, too.
this team's a real deal, man.
Yes, they are.
Here's Stevens Point with it ahead. Ryan Hintz out of the reach. Hunter O'Brien pulls it back near side. Sean Bunting. 6 minutes to go here. Sean, your job is to keep an eye on Alex Proctor, because who knows what Coach Krieger will do here.
Yep, I'll keep an eye on
try
it.
to get her going.
Just as you say that, Prox looked over at the bench.
And the puck goes up into the roof. We'll get a whistle.
Well, was it in Eau Claire, right, Tom? He was off the last 3 minutes of the game or so, and the Pointers were able to get a goal to cut the lead down to 1 again, and had a couple chances with an empty net and an extra attacker to tie that one up.
Sean, the Pointers so far this season have played with an empty net for 18 minutes and 12 seconds.
It's not a good stat.
Given up 3 goals against. Yeah. Hintz rifles a shot to the far corner. Then Hunter O'Brien steps in to get. They'll shove it in front. Guchar got a stick on it, bouncing puck that Bunting couldn't hammer home. Held in at the point. Another shot. That's deflected. Got the glass behind the net. 5.5 minutes to go here in the third. Long outlet pass here. They wave off icing. Pizarchuk leaves it near corner to Hunter O'Brien. O'Brien with some room up ahead. Shemilevsky off the near boards. Couldn't get it cleanly. But then mucked it up enough to Alex Proctor will put the paddle to it. 5:15 to go in the third. A 2-goal lead for the Blue Golds, who have snuffed out any sense of momentum the Pointers had. A long outlet pass. This goes off of Shemilevsky. Down the length of the ice. Nico tries to work it free. Near corner, Alex Johnson after it now. Blue Golds work it free. Poke checked from behind by Johnson, but not far enough. Shot in, fired, and Alex Proctor will get down and cover it up. 4:54 to go here in the third.
Prox has played better tonight, Tom. He has been in more control. Nice job managing the game. The 3 goals he's given up, there's nothing he can do about them. He's made the saves that he should have, and made a couple he probably shouldn't have, but much more mindful in managing the game tonight for Alex.
Off the draw. Bennett Kopel fights for it on the near side. Blue Golds have made the Pointers work for every inch here tonight. Markham ahead. Blue Golds rifle it back in, but Gabe Randall intercepts, and he'll charge back on the right wing. Randall, a long-range shot blocker decided by Guchar. Empty the tank time here. 4.5 minutes to go. You trail by a pair. Shot in front. Redirected. Went just wide. Guchar never saw it and went just wide of the far post. Behind the net, Blue Golds put the brakes on. Hustling with it here is Carter Bradley. He'll lift it up high. Bouncing puck. Norris feeds it. Far side, Adam Racigel. Owen Dean toward the front of the net. Racigel slowed down. Alex Proctor coming to the bench with 4:05 to go in the third. Extra attacker on for the Pointers with Quentin Hill. He'll slide up. Owen Dean trying to work it free. Dean waiting for it. Racigal in there, side of the net, poke free. Here's Bunting after it. Near side again. They go behind the net. They try a wraparound. That's Owen Dean. Nothing there. Blue Golds eat it to the near boards now. Bunting. Big hit on the near side and dump back in. We're off sides. And what do we have here? Puck up and out of play, I believe.
Yeah, Eftemoski just had to try to hold the zone. He wasn't going to be able to get puck possession there. So just able to try to flip it back into the offensive end with the empty net. And the Pointers will elect to keep the net empty here with this neutral zone faceoff.
Well, Geneseo, Sean beats Salve Regina. That was one game folks keeping an eye on. That game in Tampa. You're afraid to schedule that series. No doubt. Coach Krieger. Now the Blue Golds down the length of the ice. Actually, it's a double ricochet here, so no icing call. 3:20 to go, empty net for the Pointers. Hunter O'Brien, far side, Eftemoski. Long range shot goes wide. Into the near corner it goes. Pizarchuk. Back the other way, Bunting in. And again, toward an empty net, hit the post. Well, you get a break. Get a break here, 3 minutes to go. Almost got a score here and then put things through. Through the neutral zone it goes, big hit. On the far side, some stick work coming here as well. Here's Bunting dragging it in near side. In to scoop it in is Joe Manning of the Pointers. Manning near side. Still another extra attack around. Blue Golds toward an empty net. That's an icing call.
Yes, It is.
Pizarchuk far side now. There's an icing call here. 2:38 to go in the third.
Oh, the Pizarchuk just drew a penalty, Tom. The Pointers will get a power play after the whistle goaded Lovery into a chop in the face, a roughing call.
Yeah,
so the Pointers will get a
Lavery
power
will
play.
go off. So 2:38 to go. It'll be a 6-on-4 advantage. And a offensive zone face-off. Trying to tell who Matt Lone is less than thrilled at. Is it Brandon Schrader or
Jason?
Or Luke Laver?
Oh, yeah.
Either way. All right, Pointers going to take a timeout. We'll take one as well. 2:38 to go. Pointers last gas coming up here on the Pointers Sports Network.
We look closely at all the data. We pore over test results. But what we see is you. We see what makes your smile widen and your eyes brighten. Even as we study breakthrough research and implement the most advanced technologies, what we see is how we can use it to serve you and your well-being. Healthcare is a lot of things, but the best care is human. Aspirus Health. What we see is you.
All right, back here at Willett Arena where, as we went to the timeout, Luke Lavery tapping his stick on the glass in the direction of Brandon Schrader has just earned himself a 10-minute misconduct, I believe is what it is, so his night is done. But more importantly, 2 minutes up on the board here, Sean, you'll have a two-man advantage.
You'll have a two-man advantage. You want to score as quick as possible. Captain Obvious there, but you're going to try to get that puck in the back of the net. You know,
to give yourself a chance.
Yeah, exactly. And the Pointers are going to go with 5 forwards and then Hunter O'Brien on the back end.
So it's Alex Johnson, Cody Pizarchuk, Owen Dean, Nico Shemileski, and they're going to put Sean Bunting, I would imagine, in front of the goaltender here. And as you mentioned, with Hunter O'Brien. 2:38 to go. Pointers on their 6th power play of the night. Off the draw, here's Pizarchuk. Feeds it far side, O'Brien. Walking it in, Owen Dean firing a shot. Rebound is there. Bunting had his stick tied up. Couldn't pull the trigger. Now held in again. 2:25 to go. Two-man advantage. Shemileski. Far side, Owen Dean. Dean, defender comes out on him. They go far corner. Shemileski back through Pizarchuk. He'll wait, fires a shot. Rebound went wide. Hit some sticks on the way through and ricocheted wide. Owen Dean fires a shot, and Guchar fights that one off. Minute 30 to go in the power play. 2:05 to go in the third. Empty net for the Pointers, who trail 3-1. Alex Johnson to the right wing. Pizarchuk brings it in. He'll float it up. Johnson to it in the far corner. Backhands it behind the net. Now coming around, Shemilevsky. He'll come back near side. Pizarchuk, no shooting angle. Here's O'Brien with a shot deflected wide. Sean Bunting with a shot off the back of the goaltender. And that goes wide. Pointers again, minute remaining now in the power play. Shot whistles through. Pizarchuk on the near side. Cody Pizarchuk leaves it back. Alex Johnson fires a shot. Guchar a save and no rebound. Minute 33 to go, 55 remaining in the power play.
Not able to get some good puck possession and move the puck around. A couple opportunities on some rebound chances in front. Love just to move the puck a little bit faster, Tom, don't you think?
Yeah.
Just a tick faster to get Eau Claire moving back and forth.
All right, face off to the right side of Guchar. Man, that third goal is a killer.
It is.
Off the draw, bouncing puck up high. Bunting with it near corner. Bunting out high to Pizarchuk. Pizarchuk rifles it through. Oh, just missed the upper corner. Owen Dean far side with it now. Back behind the net. Shemilevsky turn. Pad save made by Guchar. Blue Golds can't clear it out. A minute 18 to go in regulation. 38 to go in the power play. Shemilevsky falls down. Scoops it toward the front of the net. Owen Dean in there as well. Blue Golds just mucking it up here to eat as much time as they can. And now they're back the other way. Off the far board. Down the length of the ice. No icing call here with an empty net. A minute to go in regulation. Pointers trail by a pair. Pizarchuk waits. Now leaves it. Here's Hunter O'Brien. O'Brien feeds it ahead. Gabe Randall. He'll scoop it in deep. Guchar cuts it off. Blue Golds turn. Fire a shot up the middle. Bouncing puck comes out of the zone. Alec Hamady gets to it. Hamady leaves it back to Pizarchuk. 40 seconds remaining. Pizarchuk in near boards. Kopel will steer it in. He'll go deep. Blue Golds are back at full strength. 6-on-5 advantage. Far side now, Gabe Randall with it. Little stop-start, fires a shot, rebound is there. They'll jam at it. Guchar a couple of saves. Here's Quentin Hill with a shot, had his stick tied up. Blue Golds lifted up, but not out. Now Ryan Hintz with it again, near side, 20 seconds to go. Pointers trailing by a pair here. Out high, Ryan Hintz. He'll wire a shot through. Guchar a save, rebound, and no rebound. And Kopel knocked down here, 13 seconds to go. And Sean, the Blue Golds are going to come here and get 3 points again.
And sweep the Pointers.
Yep.
Sweep their season series 3-0.
Well, Sean, we've seen everybody. Obviously, we've seen the Blue Golds more than others. But
yes. This is about as
the
sound.
Real deal.
Yeah, this is about as sound as it gets.
Yep. All right. Now a little confusion as to who's in, who's off.
You can only have 5 guys on the ice.
Yep. Face off to the right side of Guchar. Blue Golds to the board. Now right in front coming again. Markham chasing after it. Markham with a shot. Another shot block here. 5 seconds to go. And that is going to do it. Alec Hamady in the far corner. Shot fired. That goes wide in the Blue Golds. And the Pointers, their 3rd consecutive loss. It's the first time since 2019, Sean, that the Pointers have lost 3 in a row. And I'll have to go back and look, when's the last time they lost 3 conference games in a row?
Yeah, it's been
it has been a long, long time, but that is a heck of an effort here by the Blue Golds. Pointers end up out shooting Eau Claire here, Sean, 31-22, or pretty close to that. We'll see. But Pointer team clearly searching for some answers here, and we'll see. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get you our post-game show. Set you up for tomorrow where it doesn't get any easier. That's for sure. All right, Pointers coming up. Our postgame show here on the Pointers Sports Network. UWSP Athletics partners with BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. Pointers and BSN would like to thank all the coaches on and off the field. While BSN Sports is the best at equipping athletes, coaches are the best at equipping lives. And that's the real final score. Learn more at bsnsports.com.
Hey sports fans, if supportive teammates, a great culture, and an honest shot at advancement make for a win, then you'll be victorious when you join Skyward's award-winning team. You'll help put powerful data in the hands of school leaders who serve over 7 million students around the world. Innovation, collaboration, and fun are all a part of the Skyward culture. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at skyward.com/careers and join more than 275 Pointer alumni at Skyward.
UWSP Athletics would like to thank Century World, a valued sponsor of Pointers Athletics. Nestled in the heart of central Wisconsin, Century World is a great place to hold your next event. With breathtaking facilities coupled with a wide variety of packages and amenities to deliver an exceptional experience, and with an award-winning 18-hole golf course with rolling greens to the famous Flower Hole, Century World consistently ranks as one of the best destination golf courses in the nation. For more information, visit centuryworld.com.
While the Pointers bring the heat on the ice, McCain is bringing crispy golden fries to the dinner table. Score perfectly golden, perfectly delicious fries in the freezer aisle with McCain. When it's dinner time, you can count on McCain to deliver the fries the whole family will love just as much as their favorite team. A reminder that corporate sponsorship is a wonderful way to activate your brand among Pointer fans. For more information, contact Clark Eckhoff at 715-302-1504.
All right, back here at KB Willett Arena, Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon, joined now by the head coach of the Pointers, Tyler Krieger. And Coach, boy, I tell you what, effort here tonight, coming back out of the break here, fell behind early but got back into it here. This is a head scratcher for you here, but you had a good effort here tonight.
Yeah, I thought we played well, but I mean, it's continuation of the first half of the year. I feel like this year our margin for error is so small.
Yeah.
We're not getting any goal scoring, so I mean, it comes down to 2 or 3 plays a game, and that's the case of our whole season. We can't put the puck in the net. We make 3-4 mistakes. The other team buries on their chances against us, and that's been our Achilles heel.
You're moving the puck well, especially I thought in the later stages when you started to get some momentum back here, you got things going the way you wanted to. But
yeah, we created momentum. Media timeout, come out of it, bang, goal, go 3-1. I mean, it's all those things. It's hard to put your finger on. It's frustrating, but I mean, it's got to get to a point where we've got to start having different answers here. What we've done is not good enough. There's got to be more from our group, starting with me.
Is it one of those things where you're just looking for someone to grab a hold of this thing and lead the team? Obviously you could talk about goal scoring all you want. You do a ton of good things tonight. It just, like you said, that margin of error.
Yeah, the margin for error is very slim, and we're missing it by a half inch. So I mean, when is enough going to be enough? I mean, it's just a test of will. Where we're at with things, but I mean, we can't be satisfied with the results here.
Tomorrow's another day, right?
Absolutely.
A good win on the road would cure a lot, right? That's the way you got to look at it.
Another chance for us.
All right, Coach. Thanks. Appreciate it. Pointers coach Tyler Krieger joining us here as it is Stevens Point on the short end of the stick here. And, boy, you really look at a couple things, Sean. I think, the first goal that you give up.
Yes.
You lose a block on a guy coming right up the middle off the bench.
Yep.
Totally lost track of that. And, second one, kind of a similar situation. The Nolan Greer pops wide open. But, boy, that third goal really was the killer.
Yes.
Came in, and an original shot came in, and Greer to the rebound. But I tell you what, that's a pretty complete 60 minutes of hockey here from Eau Claire. Only 22 shots, and they bury 3 of them, win a game 3-1, and they get goaltending like that. Continue, they're going to be a tough out.
I mean, it's the 2 best teams that we've seen in person are the Blue Golds and UW Stout. Yeah, Stout plays a completely different style than Eau Claire does, and does that give Eau Claire fits down the stretch when they play each other? But you got to just tip your hat off to the Blue Golds. Yep. It's just not tonight. It's been the past 120 minutes of hockey that they've played against the Pointers here in the last 3 games.
That it is. All right, Blue Golds got on the board. Carter Bradley is second of the year from Leo Bacala at 5:35. Led it 1-0. A scoreless second period. That was a back-and-forth grinder. Eau Claire got on the board. Nolan Greer is sixth of the year from Luke Lavery at 4:21 of the third. But then the Pointers showed some life. Gabe Randall, a rebound goal, is fourth of the year. Cam Markham, Bennett Copel with the assist at 12:27. But the Blue Golds came right back and snuffed this thing out. Greer is second of the game, seventh of the year from Trenton Heidi at 13:01. Is your 3-1 final score here. Pointers outshoot the Blue Golds 12-8 in the third period and 31-22 for the game, but are on the short end of the stick here, 3-1. Blue Golds 0 for 2 on the power play with 3 shots on goal. If you look at things here, Sean, the Pointers get stopped on a penalty shot and go 0 for 6 on the power play.
Exactly.
That is your difference here, as you could have tried to do it. 8 shots credited for the Pointers. Max Guchar was spectacular here tonight, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
11 third-period saves for a game total of 31. Alex Proctor makes 6 saves for a game total of 19. Blue Golds face-offs end up 50-50 here tonight. And let's see here. Pointers blocking 11 shots here tonight, 12 for the Blue Golds. So, boy, I thought, just another one. Just couldn't have enough.
Well, when you're struggling goaltending, when you're struggling to score goals, it magnifies every other part of the game. And if you can't, tally on the power play, you get a penalty shot in the second period that would have tied the game up. That margin, Coach Krieger hit it. That margin is absolutely razor thin right now.
Yep. All right, let's set things up for tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely.
St. Norbert's going to be snarly after blowing a third-period lead again and giving up 3 in the third to Stout to lose 6-4. So I can't imagine they're going to be too thrilled.
On home ice especially.
On home ice as well.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. But it'll be the Pointers and the Green Knights tomorrow night. And just see, it looks like Scholastica has rebounded here. 2 periods in the books from Janesville. 3-2 is the St. Scholastica lead. Augsburg beats Lake Forest 8-4. Concordia, Wisconsin beats Hamlin 5-2. Gustavus beats Dubuque 8-5. Looks like St. John's, big win for them over Trine.
Yes.
3-2 in that game there, despite being outshot 42-22. Goodness gracious. We'll see there. So, all right, partner, we'll see you on the bus tomorrow.
Yeah, let's get over to Green Bay and see what we can do.
St. Norbert, Stevens Point, longtime rivalry here. Both teams really looking can right the ship here. They'll come in. I'm trying to think, didn't the Green Knights split before the holiday break as well?
Yes, they did.
So we'll see. All right, Pointers at Green Knights tomorrow, 6:45. Our pregame coverage, 7 o'clock. The opening faceoff from the Cornerstone Community Center. Wish we had better news for you here, folks. Pointers fall to 4-7-1, 2-4-1 in the WIAC. Eau Claire is now 8-4-1, 6-1 in the WIAC. And they now open up let's see here, with the 3 extra points here tonight, a 4-point lead over Stout.
But Stout plays River tomorrow.
So we'll see what happens there. Who knows? We'll see. So, all right, that's going to do it. Hope you'll join us tomorrow night. Pointers and Green Knights. Pregame coverage at 6:40. For Sean McMahon, I'm Tom Weaver. Thanks for listening to Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network.
You've been listening to Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network. Pointers Hockey is brought to you by Century World, Skyward, U.S. Bank, Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin-Robbins, BSN Sports, Festival Foods, Taco Bell, TDS, Cousin Subs, the Wisconsin Army National Guard, People's State Bank, Monks and Plover, Marshall Clinic Health System, Century School of Business and Economics, Hughes Service in Millador, also by Aero Global Corp, Goal Line Golf and Hockey, Wellston Properties, Pure Clean Restoration Professionals, McCain Foods, Dahl Auto, Mullins Way, Lendutis Motors, Northwind Solar, Brightline Investigations, Auto Select, Bone and Joint, The Rock and Roll Cafe, Fraternal CrossFit, Stevens Point Orthopedics, Thrivent, Firehouse Subs, Pizza Ranch, the Food and Farm Exploration Center, Team Sherrill Companies, Home to Suites, and Aspirus Health. This broadcast is an exclusive presentation of UW Stevens Point Athletics. Join us again for Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network.